Welcome back, Nuggets. This mother clucker's got some thoughts. Let's ruffle some feathers and get into this live stream. Hello, everybody. How are we today? Who have we got in here? Hello, Darth Hater. Hi, King. Hi, Sky. Nutty. Hello. Hey, Bale. Just ignore my sass, by the way, Bale. Just me being me. I have a fairly good sense of humor about a great many things, so I'm difficult to offend. Hello, Neo, over on Twitch. Hello, Pain in the Axe. You're so far behind on QLR. You only know her from ALR dragging her, so you're interested in learning something new. And this sounds like it has some freakish parallels. It really does. It really does. Hello, LV. Thank you so much for being in here tonight. Don't worry if you can't stay all night. I understand. Hello, Bobay. I'm catching up. I'm catching up. Who have I missed? Who have I missed? Hey, Darkwick, thank you so much for being in here. Hey, Mal. Hey, Morphe. Hello, Southern Bonita. Hopping from Charlie's stream. I am always so grateful when there's people in here, when there's really big streamers like that going on, and just the fact that you're in here supporting a smaller channel means the absolute world to me. Not that I want to take viewers away from these people, but I understand that if you've got big favorites that you might want to be there. Personally speaking. Hey, Willow Wade. Hey, Shannon. Hey, Amanda. Oh, driving. Your entire family is listening to me right now. I hope you have headphones on. Hey, Veronica. Hello. Oh, Fanny Fatigue? This means something different in Australia. Hello. Hello, Joke. Good to see you in here. Hey, Creeds. Hey, Gwen. Oh my gosh, there's so many people. So many. Hey, Bunny Eats Blueberries. Oh my gosh, I love your name. Hey, DW. I'll call you DW. Looks like a cool username. Hello, everybody. I think I've caught everyone. Okay. All right. Hello. How many mods do I have in here at the moment? I think there's 2. Okay. All right. I've got a little message for my mods, but I'll just see if any more wind up coming in today. So we'll see. We'll see how we go. Slowly spreading Chukin propaganda in all the girl servers. Oh, Sky is your first victim. Oh, thank you so much. Hello, Chickpea. Tired of booty? Okay. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for being in here. And Southern Bonita, thank you so much for joining the clucking crew. Welcome. Hello. I know you've been watching for quite a while. I'm grateful for your support. Thank you so much. Hello, Watermelon Seed. Hello. There's a few names that stick out to me because a few weeks ago I very accidentally went live and it was, super embarrassing and awkward, and there's a few names that stick out because I know you caught me. Hello. Oh, you were clowns. Okay. Thank you so much for being a clucker for 3 months. Thank you. Is there something you would like me to call you specifically? I'll try and remember. Yeah, okay. Renewing your gifted membership. Oh, thank you. Alrighty. So, today is going to be a fairly heavily talking stream for me. So, I'm going to try and keep the background noises to a minimum for you. But obviously, I'm going to need to hydrate and stuff like that through this stream. And probably clear my throat like that. So bear with me, it's just going to be a little bit like that. Now, what we're going to be doing today is a little bit of a thought experiment. And please put your vote into the poll because I'm really interested to know, by the end of this, does your opinion change? Hello, girl, please. Vera, you got to stop forcing me to choose on Thursdays. I know, I'm so sorry. If I wasn't streaming, I'd be in there too. I know Charlie's lives are so much fun. I am grateful that you're here though. Thank you. I actually chose today because initially I thought it was a safe day to stream because usually Geordie's not on, although sometimes he is. And I wasn't following Charlie at the time, so I didn't know that this was a normal time slot for her either. And it's just, I don't know, trying to work around the big streamers is just, it's impossible for my schedule. It can't be done. You were never here. No one say a word. Your secret is safe with me, except for the text that's clearly presented on the screen right now. Oh, yeah, thank you so much, LV. I was actually about to ask that. Go check out Girl Please if you haven't already. She runs an amazing channel. I actually, by the way, Girl Please, I watch all of your videos and lives. I'm not always in a position where I can comment on the video because usually I'm actually working on the caravan while I listen to your stuff, but I'm always there. You're a favorite. Your team chookin'. I love it. I love it. That text is AI edited. Girl, please would never. Okay, so now the stuff that we're going to go through today is basically Remily's Reddit posts. Now, I have censored everything because I have a feeling that we might attract some problems with this particular topic today, especially since I put him in the thumbnail. But the Reddit screenshots I got were from HRH, and it's this live here. Now, as always, I do encourage support of people when I use their content. I do just want to put out there that this particular live stream does have some homophobic rhetoric in it, and it does also have a fair whack of making fun at mental health conditions and people struggling with these mental health conditions. Now, as you know, that is not at all my style, so I want to seek to balance that a little bit and basically ask the question, what would it look like if we're wrong, right? So this is the critical thinking element of this. So I'm not at all casting shade at this creator. What other people do on their channels is absolutely none of my business. My ethical lines are not for me to push onto anybody else. So I just wanted to put that out there. That's what we're doing. This is where I got these screenshots from. I'm not going to go through every single one that she found because some of them just don't really matter. What we're looking at is kind of trying to get a handle on who Remily is, what his motivations are for being involved with QLR, and who is at risk here. And after reading all of these, I will admit to you that my opinion shifted a little bit. I am a little bit less sus of Remily, and I'm a whole heckin' lot susser on that mother. His mother makes alarm bells ring all over the place the way that he describes her. So Remily is the yeah, for anyone asking, thank you, Girl Please. Remily is the name that we renamed Remy, which is Quirky's boyfriend at the moment, calling him Emily 2.0 basically, because we have to wonder, right? At the moment, and I'll just end this poll as well. Let's see what we've got here. Sorry, I'm giggling. So 8% of you said Remily is a feeder and is dangerous. 20% of you said QLR manipulates and is dangerous. 70% of you said both are toxic and deserve each other. And 2% of you said this is true love. and is completely innocent. So at the moment, let's just I think the big question is he into the active predilection of feeder? Is he that? Because if he's that, then he is absolutely dangerous. But having said that, without knowing somebody is an active participant, because as I've gone through, when it comes to these sorts of predilections, it's one thing to be attracted to a body type. It's quite another to continue and worsen any sort of condition that they have, which will lead them to eventually unaliving in situation, right? Those two things can be very different. You can be attracted to a certain body type, but still be a supportive partner in a health journey, for example. And I don't think that we all necessarily run around having our lives completely dictated by what we're into sexually, right? There's life outside of that for a great many people. So if he's not in a feeder and we're accusing him of that, that's quite heinous, right? So that's a big question. Is he that? And I really want to try and get a grasp on that. If he turns out to be down that line, I'm going to take back a lot of what I say in this live stream. And I just want to say that from the top. This live stream is going to be coming from a place of, we don't know if he is. Because at the moment, as this is recording, we don't know. But a few things that are working against him is obviously he found like the whole way that he got into contact with QLR was via feeder related podcasts. There were two apparently that she was on, but they were both in that vein of what she used to do and things like that. But having said that, not everybody with that predilection is going to be watching those. Like, lots of people watch those podcasts. Another thing working against him is some of the language that he uses is the same as what people with that predilection use, which is like, I'm not a superficial person. I like her for her personality and things like that. That isolated can absolutely make sense. All I'm saying is that people within that kind of community do tend to speak like that because they understand that societally it's frowned upon what they're doing. So there could be two explanations for that. And the third thing that is concerning is that since she got there, everything she talks about, all of the activities that they do together are surrounding food. Now, once again, that could be explained by, girl, please, you just made me lose my train of thought. Oh, Vera, you're not going to reference your psychology degree and say it's a fact instead of speculation. Look at you being grown. I know. This is not my first rodeo. It's my second. So the fact that all of their activities have been around food, of course, could also be explained by the fact that it's QLR involved, and that's what she does, and it may not be anything to do with him. So while there are some very sus things going on, what I'm hoping to do today is to get a better understanding and kind of put more puzzle pieces on the table so that we can see what fits the best. Creeds, you've never been to a rodeo. Any animal lovers should probably not go to a rodeo, in my opinion. Let's eat. So if that makes sense, let's get into it. What I've done is I've pulled, because the original screenshots were kind of in that stream all over the place. What I've done is actually collated them all and put them into date order. So we're going to start from about 7 months ago, which is where the first one was, and go all the way to 2 months ago. Some of them we're not going to read in their entirety because the boy really likes to write essays on Reddit. And yeah, no, we're not going to be doing that. You think Zach has the right idea of not making her like a full girl because she kind of wants that. Maybe so she can try and milk some money, but that's just my thought. I think my little chuckin sense says that Quirky is responsible for a lot of what's been going on at the moment. Just my little tinfoil hat theory. But yeah, I don't think Quirky is innocent in this situation. So, yeah. You don't understand acting like him, listening to those podcasts and then actively getting into a relationship with Rosie doesn't show he at least is somewhat involved in sus stuff. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like, it's one thing to be attracted to it. I don't know. We don't know how involved he is. But LV, thank you so much for renewing your membership. I appreciate that. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, lurkers. Also, we love having you here. And also the replay nuggets as well. Hello into the future. Yeah. So, what was I saying? The thing that I keep getting stuck on is when it comes to Rosie, she's clearly not in a good condition. Like, I can actually use this word objectively. Physically, she's not in a good condition. And when you love someone, and I'm not at all, by the way, I'm not at all about to compare their 2-month just met relationship love with my, 18 years of marriage love. I get that those are two different things. But I think generally speaking, when you love someone, you want the best for them. And you also want longevity for them because theoretically you want to be with them for a long time. And to me, those points of loving someone just don't seem to be compatible with somebody in Rosie's condition. And I don't know how that's sustainable. I don't know. And I think that's the point that I'm getting stuck on completely. But what we are going to do basically is we're going to look at him like a complex person, just like all of us are complex people. And we're just going to play devil's advocate and just see what comes out. And we can discuss. How does that sound? Super fun? LV, cease. What are you doing? Thank you so much. Far too generous. Oh my gosh, LV. Congratulations to those 10 who just got gifted memberships from one very generous LV. Thank you. Bunny eats blueberries. Chickpea. Anna Yacht. Audrella, I think. Baker Coffee Maker. Silent Meow. Colleen Kerr. Chazardis, I think. B. Johnson, Critical Error. Congratulations, you all got gifted a membership from LV. Thank you so much. Yeah, please share the chicken butts if you've got them. Thank you so much. You wanted to say something about this point. You had a best friend that unalived from cancer. She met her boyfriend while she was sick. The love you watched grow between them was beautiful. Yeah, it's a good point. That is a good point. Judge Caddy, thank you so much for becoming a clucker. Welcome to the clucking crew. My goodness. Oh gosh, there's so much love going on. Darkwick, thank you so much. Gifting 5 more memberships to Noel Canay, Des the Pleb, I like that name, Entropia 404, Right Mad Mod, and Alien. Congratulations, you all got gifted a membership. Thank you so much. Everybody, thank you. Everybody share chicken butts or juicy peaches, whatever you've got access to. Let's go. They're gasted, they're flabber. And Southern Benita, thank you so much for the gifted membership as well. You just got Christian's Music Corner. Congratulations. Thank you so much, everybody. What am I going to do with all of you? Thank you. My goodness. Making it rain, and here they are. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. My goodness. That was a tomato, not a peach, but you like it. Oh. Thanks for the gifted. Summoned you to the stream. You sensed your name being whispered by the chicken. YouTube hates you. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know that LV is in here trying to actually gift certain people memberships, and it keeps missing. There's some really key people that turn up time after time, and yeah, sorry, LV. Yeah, pain in the axe is one of them, trying to track you down. Do make sure that you have your gifted, receiving gifted memberships enabled. LV actually shared a really handy tutorial on my community post tab. So if you're not sure how to do it, go check it out there. She very correctly pointed out that you cannot do it on mobile. It needs to be done on a browser. So it can still be done on your phone. It just needs to be via the browser. That's all. So yeah. Okay, so shall we get started into this delightful situation that we've got going on here? So as I've said, everything's been blurred out. If there are any certain people watching at the moment, there is absolutely no link to who this could be, nor to any of the Reddit posts or threads themselves. So nobody can come for me, theoretically. And my nuggets, if you don't mind, I just want to address my mods very quickly. I know there's only a couple in here, but I might need to catch up with the others separately. Regarding some, I don't want to call them haters, my nuggets. I feel like on the one hand, it is exclusionary, but on the other hand, it also gives them a little bit of power as to what they're doing. So let's just say people who are not interested in experiencing this stream the way the majority of us want to experience it, right? For the mods, if you're comfortable, here's what I'd like to do, because nugget entertainment, nugget experience is my utmost priority. So if you feel like there's somebody in here who is distressing or upsetting or at all interfering with the experience of the nuggets as a whole, I want to give you permission to have autonomy to deal with them the way that you feel, because the mods that I've got at the moment, I really feel like you get what I'm trying to do here and the vibe that I'm going for. What I will say, anything bigoted, any hate comments against any group of people or any animal related comments that are negative, just ban them, just get rid of them. People are allowed to disagree with me, and I encourage it. A lot of critical thought is a good thing, so people disagreeing with me is absolutely fine. I would prefer they do it in a respectful way, but if it's just people generally being a nuisance, more along the lines of what we saw in the last stream, maybe just time them out for a few hours, and if they start to be repeat offenders, then we can start banning them. Does that sound, are you comfortable with all of that? Yeah, someone was trolling last time, and it really wasn't a big deal. Like, it was a non-issue. But I don't want them to interfere with your experience, if that makes sense. So, yeah. And for people in the chat as well, I encourage you to not give them attention, because it's just kind of rewarding their behavior at that point. Cool. Thank you so much, Darkrick. I'm glad you're on board. Yeah, LV, I know you're all over it. I know. Okay, cool. So that being said, let's move on. I just have a feeling that this stream might attract some attention. Okay, so we're starting 7 months ago, and he posted, "Life is good. Isn't that we're happy." TT saying hello. So, since I don't have the courage to post a selfie, I figured I'd share this photo I took off the pier at Folly Beach. I'm aware this is a pretty lengthy post, so bear with me. The boy likes to write, I'll tell you that. Hello everyone, I'm 25 male, so at least that's confirmed. He is a little bit older than the worst case scenario, but still like a good 9 to 10 years younger than QLR. And I'm in a really good place in my life right now between healing from family trauma, important to note. I think there's going to be some things in these posts that a lot of you are going to resonate with, and I absolutely also see that. This is why I say we're going to look at him as a complex human that he is. Undoing my mental programming from the military, also very, very important to note, and years spent trying to find inner peace within myself through therapy and self-reflection. I can proudly say that I've never been happier than I am today. I say as I lay sick in bed right now. For years, I've always felt something was off. Everything I did and everything I said felt strangely hollow, like they weren't words or actions of my own. I was consumed by the desire to, quote, fit in and try to make everyone seem impressed or proud of me. Almost like I had some weird point to prove that I was good enough. Although I may have accomplished a lot in my short 25 years of being here, those accomplishments have never really made me proud. It was always about someone else. I didn't see any value in compliments I'd receive. I never felt proud. Oops, what have I done? Never felt proud, of myself. It felt like an uphill battle to meet some unrealistic expectation that wasn't my own. My cup wasn't being filled. I could never figure out why for the longest time. It's not that I didn't appreciate the gratitude that I got from others. I'm very grateful for it, but for some reason, I was still left feeling empty and wanting more. I know now the reason why. I wasn't paying attention to my own wants and desires. I wasn't doing anything to make me happy. I feared disappointment from my friends and family, so I tried to accommodate by doing things to make them happy. And as a result, I never gave myself the opportunity to figure out what I wanted from life. Fast forward to now, I'm currently in the process of finding myself and figuring out what I want, setting my own goals, my own boundaries, doing things that make me happy without pride or selfishness. I've found that the reason my cup wasn't being filled in the past was because simply I don't hold value in material accomplishments like degree certificates, etc. For me, it's more about my connections with people, life experiences, things that make me happy to be alive, nature, art, philosophy. We have a philosophy king. I don't know that he has a degree in it. Bondage, love. My, quote, default state shouldn't be logical or technical, it's emotional. Part of what makes humanity so special is our ability to experience complex emotions and communicate them. In the past, I saw my emotions as purely deceptive and not to be trusted, so often I would psych myself out with logic and reason. But now I'm learning to embrace and letting myself feel everything all over again. And for the first time, I get to experience true happiness and it feels amazing. Sorry, I had to block out a bit from the live that I got this from, but I believe it says something like I'm quite a bit of the time writing this post. Maybe I've spent quite a bit of time writing this post, so I think I'll rest now. I just wanted to share a bit of my story and hope it reaches out to someone. But if not, that's okay too. Okay, so there was a lot of chat going on while I was reading that. I apologize. So I think that what you're going to see as we go through these is that this is a young man who is clearly trying to work some stuff out. Why he's so intensely trying to work stuff out will become apparent as we go on, particularly surrounding the mother. And I'm not going to hold criticism for anybody who's trying to improve their life in that way. And I think the experience in the military is not to be discarded. I know that a lot of people get through it just fine and they're not mentally affected by it, whether they've gone off for active duty or not. I actually have a friend, and I know this is going to be conflicting for some people, but he never actually went to active duty. But the conditioning that the military did, the stripping away of creative and independent thought that it does, has actually really messed with his brain to a severe degree. So I think it's worth noting that some people are affected by this kind of thing very badly. And when you add on top of that, you know, childhood trauma or familial pressure or anything like that, then perhaps we have a life of programming and conditioning for somebody that isn't him. What was that? Not sure on that question from Popstar. I am unsure about the privilege of his family. I think it probably sounds just like a normal American setup. So privilege is very subjective compared to a lot of the world, then yes. But, you know, in regards to having money and having everything, I am unsure. Yeah, being in service does rewire your brain to an extent. Unfortunately, some people exaggerate to solicit sympathy. Also worth keeping on the table. It does, yeah. So he is clearly a very sensitive individual, but we'll keep going. For most of my life, I bottled up my emotions and avoided them with logic and reasoning. I don't like the detraction from logic and reasoning. As a very logical and reasonable person, I put a lot of emphasis on that personally. I don't think that your sensitivity or emotions need to be reduced in order to also experience logic and reasoning. I think they can be two different entities. Oh, that's interesting, Boobcat. Living in Colorado with such large military presence, you can say you've seen firsthand how much just basic training can wreck people. It can. I think it's just the reality of some people are meant for it, some people aren't. I couldn't do it. The first thing that I'm told to do, my brain's like, no, not doing it. Gonna go do the opposite. Oh, of course. Yes, creeds. I'm a veteran. It messes you up even if you don't realize it. Yeah. Yep. Speaking from first-hand knowledge there. So, yeah, we're just, all of the pieces are just being put onto the table. Anyway, avoided them with logic and reason. For example, if I got angry or upset, I'd convince myself that what I was feeling was unreasonable, even in situations where I had valid reasons for feeling that way. Even happiness was difficult to grasp because I'd find excuses to shut myself down, essentially gaslighting myself into thinking that my emotions were dangerous or not to be trusted. Isn't that an interesting sentence? That to me sounds like childhood programming, but just going to put that out there. Oh, also, hello, Wide Ride over on Twitch. Thank you so much for watching. I was scared of what would happen if I let myself feel anything, fear of impulsivity. Lucky he got together with QLR, and I became insecure and disconnected with myself as a result. But now I've flipped the narrative. Instead of looking for reasons to avoid my emotions, I find ways to justify them. Because now I realize that emotions are vital for connection and help direct our moral compass. They are a necessary part of what makes us human, and trying to ignore them would be to go against our biology. We are made to feel, to experience the ups and downs, and to express ourselves in ways we feel comfortable. It's normal. And let's not forget the harmony between emotion and logic, what I've learned we call wisdom. Okay, yeah, all right. My therapist once told me something that really resonated with me. Emotions set the destination, logic charts the course. This was, actually, I kind of like that, actually. Props to the therapist. This was a huge light bulb moment for me. It felt so obvious because it makes sense. We set goals based on what we hope to accomplish with emotion, and then we plan accordingly with logic. My misconception stemmed from being raised to please other people, especially my parents. Relatable, my nuggets. So I never learned how to set goals for myself. I just subconsciously adopted the goals that were already set for me, which, by the way, my nuggets, as we go on, you'll see that this might be problematic, which turned me into a people pleaser. It wasn't until recently that I came to this realization and started to change the way I view myself and other people, but I digress. Just wanted to write my thoughts down somewhere, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I also think that the people pleasing is problematic to go straight into a military setting as well, where they essentially reward that. Don't think for yourself, just please the superior and things like that. What is a grippy sock? What is going on here? Can somebody explain grippy sock vacation? I'm confused. Yeah. You think a well-developed emotional self is inherently intertwined with logic and reason and vice versa. To me, it's two sides of the same coin. So well said, King. So well said. Oh, okay. Mental health facilities. Oh, I don't know if we should be calling them grippy sock vacations. I don't know about that, my nuggets. I get it. I do. So this is him really rejecting his upbringing and his life to this point, and really analyzing and trying to define who he is. Now, I have no doubt that many of us have gone through this. For my millennials and Gen Xers, we were fortunate enough to go through this not online. None of this is online. Is it cringe? Absolutely. Is it a decent train of thought? Yeah, I think this is just him trying to work shit out. Hospital socks, they give grippy socks anytime you have shoes off in a hospital, but they're largely associated with psych patients. I love my grippy socks. Oh, Mrs. Bananas. I'm usually too shy to interact. You should not be. We're a safe group over here. Much today has been a doozy, and I'm just about to walk some of the energy off in the heat. So super glad to have your cluckers in my ear. We'll keep you company, Mrs. Bananas. Okay. So emotional grounding, ? I'm very sensitive to emotions, not just my own. He's an empath, my nuggets. For example, I'll often cry when someone is crying. Now, see, this is, I think, where people want to mock him. And sorry, I need to do a chair wiggle. I cannot. I know it's inconvenient. I'm moving around and it makes squeaks, but I must sit weirdly. I must. So I think this is where people want to make fun of him, and I will caution everyone because I know that massive, a large amount of us are female oriented in this space, but I think societally there is still an instinct to make fun of men who want to feel their emotions, and the reality is men are humans too. Men have emotions too, and I am always going to be here in support of men experiencing those emotions. I don't like this thing where men can't cry, and so we're just going to acknowledge that this is who he is and he's okay with putting online that he cries, and we're going to leave that here, okay? For example, I'll often cry when someone is crying too. Same with anger. I'll get mad when someone else is mad. I tend to subconsciously match the energy of my surroundings, which might actually indicate more people-pleasing, honestly, which can make emotional regulation difficult sometimes, especially if I have little control over my environment. That's being human and not quite knowing how to self-soothe. Another thing too is sometimes I'll misjudge a situation and match some energy that doesn't actually exist. Sorry, I'm laughing because I do that too. Neurodivergence. I'll mistake someone for being sad when really they're just tired, or I think someone is more angry than they actually are, even if they're even angry at all. So my question is, what are some ways I can ground myself and not let my surroundings affect me so much? I actually think this is normal of somebody who hasn't fully defined who they are. And like Amber is fully in this state like all the time. And it's just a matter of knowing who you are and moving through the world confidently with who you are. He feels how he feels. Exactly. I'm a boy and a crier, very deeply emotional, preach it. Yeah, it's fine. Everybody has emotions. It's whatever. This thing that women can cry and men can't, absolutely ridiculous. Sometimes a good cry is incredibly cleansing, and it's a good thing. I'm with you. Girl World has rotted my brain, and all I can think of is ALR claiming to be such an empath. Yeah, it's just being young. It is. It's embarrassing that he's gone and put this online. But the fact that this is happening at 25, although there's no correct timeline, don't get me wrong, but it does kind of indicate a little bit of arrested development going on. I think there has been a bit of a delay, which I think we're actually going to see the reason for in these posts. How can I improve my empathy? My goodness, after that last post, you do not need to improve your empathy. So this is interesting after the last one, and they're only a day apart. Expressing empathy can be difficult for me. Often I talk about my own personal experiences to show the other person that I can relate to them. This is masking, my nuggets. This is just masking. Whether it's due to a situation like an ASD kind of thing, or whether it's just not having learned correct social protocol, that's all that is. This isn't weird. I think he might be thinking that this is something wrong with him. This is just a learned coping mechanism. But at the end, I just end up feeling selfish, like I'm minimizing their problems in place of my own. Sometimes it leads to me giving unsolicited advice unintentionally, which is also being young, I think, which has backfired on me in the past. So at least he has some introspection. So I want to learn how to show empathy in other ways that keep focus on the other person, how they feel. I also want to work on being a better listener so that I can give better emotional feedback. I think these are all very positive things. I think these are all things that are concerning with a partner like QLR, but, we'll continue. We will continue. Service repressed feelings. It's not like it takes all emotions forever and ever. Oh, Chazzy, I love that. If my partner cries to me, I thank him for showing me vulnerability and being comfortable to show how they truly feel. Yeah, I love that. My husband is a very strong, very masculine male, which from the outside you could be forgiven for thinking is just like any other kind of, big manly man. He also has a very masculine standard career, but also not afraid to show his emotions. And he spends his time trying to influence the men in his space, in his sphere of influence, to say, we all have these feelings. It's absolutely okay to have them. Yeah, you keep thinking that, hello. I keep thinking that sounds like me. I'm a diagnosed ADHDer and not diagnosed, but probably autistic. I say that because two of my kids are autistic. Yeah, fair. And people frequently ask me if I think I am. To me, it resonates as well. It does. And this is why I say, is the big question that he's a feeder, because as soon as somebody falls into that category, it's sinister and it undermines all of this. But just on the off chance that we're wrong about that, since we have no hard proof right now, this starts to look like quite a vulnerable person, does it not? And that was one of the things that in previous live streams we've been concerned about, because we know that QLR has some manipulative tendencies, and is that concerning? Is that why somebody like him, a reasonably, like, he's on the right side of the bell curve looks-wise, he looks like just a dude, he seems fine, and is he accepting something that he feels he deserves by going a little bit lower? I don't know. No, he's not at all a confirmed no. There's a lot of talk in the community that he is, because naturally there have been some things, some red flags about him. Yeah, speculation. Yeah, he has a couple of strikes against him in that way, but nothing hard and fast. Not like Emily does. He also did some posts like this. I'm not going to read through it all, but it's just a lot of self-love. Like, clearly this is discovery mode about himself. And like, I'm going to support that. Of course I'm going to support that. So this is interesting just about his situation. This is only in September of last year. So we're only like 6 or 7 months. Oh God, I did it. Ago, so it's pretty recent. There's something liberating about doing nothing when living alone. Agreed. Everything is done, no judgment from roommates, nobody to report to, just existing. Not in a depressing way, but in a because I can kind of way. It used to bother me, but I've lived by myself for so long that it doesn't anymore. It's actually pretty therapeutic. So we have a bit of, assuming everything he's saying here is true, we have confirmation that he is living alone and probably in that house, and has done for quite some time. He could be both too. Yeah, this sounds mean, but I can't imagine getting to know QLR and liking her. It sounds mean, but she just doesn't present as likable, so I'm suspicious of his motives. Yes, that's my sentiment too. And what I was saying earlier, it's like, if you genuinely love somebody, surely you want the best for them and you want longevity for them and health and wellness, and all of that is contrary to what he's getting with Quirky. So I don't know where I sit either. Like I say, I'm not actually taking a stance here. We're just putting all of the puzzle pieces on the table. Actually, the only stance I'm taking is that mother is weird as cluck. You'll see what I mean. He wrote that he's 25 in one of these posts, so I believe we're running with that. But bearing in mind, it sounds like he's come from a fairly intense family, then went into military service. So I think progression is delayed a little bit. So this is an insight into his brother. He also, in a post that I haven't included, makes mention to having a sister as well. Now, this is where he starts getting really heavily into horoscope things. And one moment. What I will say, because I don't want all of my horoscope nuggets to come for me. You like what you like. I don't care. What I will say is sometimes, I'm not calling all of you out, sometimes when people get into horoscopes, it's because they feel horribly out of control of the world, which is a completely natural feeling to have, especially right now. And horoscopes put things into nice little neat boxes where you feel like you can get a handle or control over things. And I can't help but feel that this is what he's doing. It's like, oh, this is something I can grab onto and understand. The problem with that, when you're coming at it from that perspective, you might inappropriately label things, if you get my drift. I think it's wiser to be comfortable with the not knowing things and to be able to rely on yourself in that way and take people for the complex beings that they are, because very few people in this world can be boiled down to the two-dimensional version of themselves. And I just worry that you'll see this comes up a lot. Okay, you might have misunderstood me. Military does not delay mental growth. It doesn't disable most people. He's unstable, but please don't blame service. What I mean to say, if I may clarify, is that if there is already trauma-based problem, which he's already referenced within the family dynamic, going into something like military service is going to exacerbate that. It's not the service in and of itself, it's the person that's going into something that perhaps doesn't fit right with them. I hope that makes sense. So he goes on to say, I'm a Cancer and he's a Capricorn. I was born on this and he was born on that, whatever. My adolescence was spent around him and my other siblings. So even more, actually. So at least one of 4 until all of us became adults and moved out. His adolescence is being spent by himself. He's still a teen in high school. I'm emotionally driven and want to talk about feelings. He's logically driven and wants to talk about reason, which a discussion with a 17-year-old, you know, I don't, probably putting too much emphasis on that. I mean, we're all kind of not quite there at that point. Our relationship. We balance each other out. I remind him that feelings are important while he brings me down with reason. Interesting, the language he uses when it comes to logic and reason, it is, even though he's acknowledged that it needs to be there, he brings me down. It's a negative of that thing. Do you know what I mean? I know he means that he's up in the clouds and it's grounding him, but just language matters sometimes. I ask, how are we feeling? He asks, why are we feeling this way? We argue frequently, but most of our arguments are pretty trivial and harmless. Usually he'll try to give me a fun fact about something and I'll ask, do you trust the source? Is that not logic and reason right there? I think it is. And encourage him to fact check. Most of the time he's right, which bugs the hell out of me, but I tolerate it. We also like to push each other's buttons playfully because we're both aware of our different ways of thinking and how to pinch at each other. Yeah, he can be difficult sometimes, but he's also my brother, so I guess I gotta love him. Sorry, I'm just looking at the chat. Sorry, one moment. So this is where the family things start to get into play. When a Cancerian is raised in a narcissistic family, okay? This is important and a lot of you are about to relate to things that he says. From personal experience, you're taught that emotions are deceitful to make you weak. At least he said from personal experience. You doubt your intuition and try to fit into a lifestyle that wasn't meant for you. Every decision is paired with some kind of hesitation, like you're afraid to make the wrong choice or do something that might make someone upset. You default to a survival mode. I relate to that very heavily. I know that several of you in the chat are going to relate to that as well. Everything feels like a threat. You hide away in your shell and refuse to let people in. Anxiety and depression take over. You feel like you have to meet the expectations of others and prove your worth just to get an ounce of respect. Trust becomes a delicacy. If you tell yourself they just wouldn't understand and constantly doubt yourself, confidence and self-esteem plummet. Vulnerability feels like a huge risk. You start to believe sensitivity and softness is bad. Home feels like a prison. You feel lost and neglected. The adults who were responsible for taking care of you don't satisfy your needs in the way you want them to. I would even add you need them to. So you settle for less than what you deserve. And that is a very telling sentence, and what I'm concerned could be going on with Quirky. You learn that love is conditional. It's a transaction that you're desperate to pay, even if it means making sacrifices. If any of this resonated with you, you're not alone. Healing will be hard, but it's not impossible. You didn't deserve any of it. That inner child of yours may be hurt, but now you get to be the parental figure you should have had. That's reparenting, my nuggets. He knows about reparenting. Give that kid the love and attention you wish you had growing up. You're so much stronger than you give yourself credit for. All of those things that hurt you, turn them into power and come back stronger than you ever have before. And please don't ever doubt your intuition again. It was right all along. Trust in it. It's okay. So this is the first little insight that we get into his family dynamic. And anybody who's grown up with a narcissistic parent says that rings true. King. So he's looking for his next mummy as QLR to continue his known versus facing the unknown and growing. Our brains like what we know even when it's bad for us. Very well said, as always, King. Why do people feel their age difference is problematic? I actually personally don't have a problem with age gaps like that. I think the issue is that clearly this young man is a little bit delayed, I guess in a growth perspective, but then so is QLR. I think the issue is that between 25 and 35, you can be at completely different stages in your life. Not necessarily always, but you can be. Exactly, King Drop. Yeah, mummy issues all around. And aren't we all familiar with that? This is the mummy issue channel. So I just wanted to, I'm not going to go through this one because it's very lengthy. He goes into these like almost essay-like things about healing. And I do get the feeling that it's probably not that he's applied it yet, but it's more what he wants to be able to achieve. And he really links it heavily with this horoscope stuff. Does that make sense? So he also starts to delve into a lot of philosophy as well, especially around Bruce Lee. It sounds like Bruce Lee is a little bit of an icon for him because there was a very lengthy essay around philosophies of Bruce Lee. Now, look, Bruce Lee was actually one for me when I was younger too. And I think when you're in a space where you're trying to get a grasp of life and like feeling confident and things like that, you do gravitate towards people like Bruce Lee because the words sound very confident and it's something you can grab onto. Similar to what I was saying about the horoscopes. It's like, oh yes, this makes sense. I'm going to grab onto this. But then you kind of build yourself and gain your own inner confidence and realize, well, yeah, Bruce Lee's just another guy, really. And I think I just wanted to put that in there to highlight that this was happening. QLR isn't really... QLR is really delayed too, isn't she? From what I've seen, yes. Where's Be Like Water Baby? And Bruce Lee is very charismatic, and the way that he delivers the Be Like Water line, it's very impressive. I'm not anti-Bruce Lee now. I'm just saying I wouldn't put as much stock into him as what I used to and what he does. Oh, mummy dearest. QLR was also infantilized by her parents too. She still is, yeah. What if they're just two flawed people gravitating towards each other to try and save each other? I don't know. The problem is that even in the most innocent context, this looks toxic. And I doubt its ability to be able to be a long-term thing, even in the best case scenario. QLR is like almost reverting even more to a regressed self with him, like her lingo and stuff. That's an interesting insight. Yes, LV, there's a lot in the background for QLR too, but I'll leave that one alone. Yeah, we'll get there. We will get there. It's interesting to learn about people and their lives. So this one was interesting. So we know about the military. What careers have you done? What is your career now? My first job was a golf cart assistant at a golf course. I'm so glad he clarified at a golf course, because otherwise that would have been weird. Basically cleaning the golf carts and setting them out for customers. Then I worked at Subway for about 1.5 years. Veronica, thank you so much. This sounds like it's going to get sad, so take my money now. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Veronica. At Subway for about 1.5 years before going into the military. I did that for 3 years, got out, and now I'm pursuing music and art full-time at uni for my psychology major, of course. I get a monthly housing allowance from my GI Bill, so I'm pretty much getting paid to go to school, which pays my rent and bills. I don't know what all of these things mean. I've never heard of EndNode. Anyway, again, there's that 25 male being confirmed. Well, if they both had not great upbringings, maybe they relate to each other on a deeper level, maybe or maybe not in a healthy way. But I hope, even if it is, that it's in a healthy way. Actually, it's interesting you say that, because obviously you know about my history. I talk about my story all the time. It was a bit of a shit show. My husband had a rough upbringing too, in a different way, possibly in not as a severe way, more, I hate to say, more of a quote-unquote normal way, but still bad. And we both come from that trauma background as well, which absolutely allowed us to relate to each other on a level that others perhaps couldn't. And we've been able to help each other through as our life has gone along together. So potentially, the thing that I worry about, I don't know if these two individuals could navigate it in the healthy way, but time will tell. So again, with the narcissistic family, when a Cancerian is raised by a narcissistic family. Now, these are responses to people within the thread. So absolutely, we were made to feel and nurture those around us. When we're conditioned to believe that empathy is bad, we get confused and sacrifice love to meet some unrealistic expectation of ourselves. And it's so hard to escape that mindset. It really is, especially if it's all you've known. That's the thing that I've mentioned in other videos. Although there are other, DV sort of coercive, controlling relationships, what makes those different is that there has been some sort of life known before it. So you are aware of a different reality. When it's your parents doing it, it's literally all you know. It is your reality. You think that that is how the world works and how everybody is. It's fact in your mind. And it's what, so difficult. But it's not your fault. You were just a kid. You didn't know any better. And you have no reason to blame yourself for any of it. However, now that you're older, you're responsible for your own healing. I agree with him, my nuggets. I do. You have to be the one to pull yourself out of it. You and only you have the power to break the cycle and how you're going to do it. And nobody else can take that from you. I'm glad you were able to resonate with my post, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I think... I do wonder as well if he's done some of this growth and he's feeling solid in that. Maybe he's also reaching out to someone that he perceives is quote unquote safe and, wanting to help her out of it as well. I don't know. Just putting things out there. Thank you so much, mods, by the way, for answering questions. I see you doing that. There's so much focus that needs to be on me reading for this one. I'm grateful. One thing I will say, do you notice how easy I'm reading this? The boy can write. Yeah, interesting to learn more about him. I found it so too. He needs to get away from her, I think. That could be the puzzle pieces that we're putting together. I don't know yet, but I'm interested to know what you all think at the end of this. How do you observe a strong emotion without getting swept away? Breathing helps. When we're feeling intense, often our breathing becomes rapid because our body thinks it's in danger, even when there is none. By focusing on your breathing, it forces your heart to slow itself down and calms, blah, blah, blah. I don't think we need to get into this. So what I wanted to highlight with this one is that he clearly thinks about thinking a lot, which can be a very good thing. What raises a red flag with me with this kind of thing, although it's all correct, don't get me wrong, what I'm thinking is sometimes it's easy to get caught up too much in thinking about thinking where there is a lack of acting. And, do the Clucker thing, my nuggets. It's important. I am going to put that on merch, by the way. So many people have asked me for it. It's important to follow up this thinking with actual action. I have no way of knowing if he's doing that or not, so it's worth putting that out there. Hello, Wrinkle. Oh, I've been waiting for you. Would you mind, if you feel comfortable, contacting me on one of my socials via DM? I am just working on something and I want mods to be involved first, and if you're comfortable, if not, that's okay too. But yes. And again, he's still talking about, self-love and not being too harsh on yourself. And this was repeated. He's talking about this and thinking about this a lot. And it's all in the name of self-development, right? Yes. What is this in response to? Hang on. Where is pain in the axe? Where did you go, pain in the axe? I cannot. Where? It could have also been a means to escape his childhood home. Could have been. Yeah. I don't know if that's what it was in response to, but yeah. People assume he's manipulating her and controlling her. I think she's doing it to manipulate him, just like Amber does. That is absolutely a puzzle construction that's on the table here. This is why I say that there's so many moving pieces here, so many puzzle pieces. We're just laying them all out and seeing which one fits most reasonably. But I think it's safe to say that after reading this, some of you are already skewing your thought process of, oh, maybe it's not just a feeder sort of situation. Maybe there's actual manipulation going on from Quirky. Again, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Thank you, Wrinkle. Yes, there's so many parallels with ALR by the sounds of it. You're learning a lot. There really are. There really are. Where is pain in the axe, you butt? And again, more examples of working on oneself. And yeah, I think you're kind of getting the point here. That he's thinking about thinking. He's very involved in psychology. He's very involved in being aware of his emotions. And yeah. You have no idea about the quality of this young man, but I think Rosie lets life go by and he needs to find himself. Yeah, that's it. And I think even if, like, let's just pretend there is no ulterior motives going on for either of them. Like, maybe this is legitimately just they've met each other and they really like each other for whatever reason. Are they healthy for each other in this moment? Are they going to bring out the best of each other in this moment? And I think Rosie, in particular, given her condition, given her lifestyle state, given her actually living arrangements as well, I think Rosie will be best to work on herself solo for a while. And it sounds like that's kind of what he's been doing, but she really needs to, I think adding a relationship into the dynamic that she's got at the moment is not ever going to be a good thing for her. So he talks more about narcissism as well here. The complexity of love and empathy. Makes sense. You have a good point. I agree that it would be hard for someone to admit they don't feel any shame or guilt. However, I've met plenty of people who don't seem to have a problem admitting that they don't care how others feel. And in brackets, meet my parents. So note he's saying both parents there. He's not just specifying his mother. But I think there's a difference between saying I don't care because that's just how I am and I don't care because I'm not responsible for your feelings. One seems to accept it as a matter of fact while the other is more dismissive. People with NPD or ASPD, that is antisocial personality disorder, may still feel guilt or shame, but for some reasons that are more self-centered. For example, those with NPD often guilt trip people into feeling sorry for them because they want to protect their fragile image. For ASPD, guilt or shame is rare and usually tied to strategic failure over moral concern, often expressed in the form of anger or frustration. In other words, NPD is more implosive, whereas ASPD is more explosive. I actually feel like he would fit into this community reasonably well. I don't know how you all feel about that, but like, I feel like we'd be right up his alley. This is also interesting about his internal growth. What is a specific situation that you found hard before, but now is manageable? Setting boundaries. And everything he says to me, having lived through a narcissistic parent, among other things, everything he says rings true. He either has studied it extensively in order to be able to parrot it, or he's lived it. I used to be a people pleaser and say yes to everything, even when I didn't want to. And that's something, if if QLR was wanting to manipulate him, this would be a very easy person to manipulate, right? If she was able to trigger this old programming, this old way of thinking, it would be extremely easy to manipulate him. Caused more pain than I care to admit, and I grew tired of being sad and disappointed, so I slowly gathered the confidence to speak up for myself, and I'm much happier for it now. Now, the thing that is concerning to me is it does seem like all of this has happened in a cluster, and this kind of learning, this kind of deprogramming and getting past childhood trauma does not happen this quickly. In my case, it took 10 years before I got to the point of being functional adult. And then it took more years after that to be able to get to the point where I can talk to all of you about this. And so I think this is too fast, and that makes me worry that it's not as practiced and not as settled in as he wants to make it seem. A cluster cluck, if you will. Remy to be a Girl World reactor, honestly, would totally listen. Oh, and you and Remy could have a collab channel together. Yeah, we can talk about our shit parents. And I can be like, my dude, you need to go no contact. This is not ever going to work out well. Ori, he wants to be a YouTube sensation like Emily, maybe. Okay, so this is only, I don't know if you can see the little text at the top. Oh no, I've cut it off, you can't see it. So this is in, sorry, I'm wriggling, November of last year. So we're getting really quite close to current time. This is a lengthy one. Within the past, so many things have happened recently. Within the past 2 months, I, 25 male, just for the record, I think since this was kind of before Rosie, actually, when did he start? Did any Rosie Law people know when they started talking? Because I would find it odd that he'd be lying about his age for so long before finally meeting her. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. I think he's just 25. Let me know if you know. I moved into a new one bedroom apartment right off the lake I grew up by. I've always loved the water. Is that where he is now? I think so. And I have a nice view of the lake right outside my window facing west. I can see the beautiful sun. I'm not concerned about reading this. He's already been doxxed, by the way. So, I'm not doing anything worse than has already happened. I can see the beautiful sunset while journaling or reading by my patio. He is a sensitive being. Okay, that's all right. We like that. The place itself is also very nice. I really like it a lot. Rent isn't too bad either. I have a new vehicle. I had to sell my previous one since it was in bad shape. Got me a nice convertible I always wanted. Is Rosie gonna be and like her hair down, waving in the wind, maybe with a nice scarf on? Cruising down the road with the top down, listening to my fave songs, wind in my hair. It's a good time. I completed therapy after almost 2 years. I've processed my childhood trauma in 2 years. Maybe. Look, I don't know. I don't know how bad it was. I can tell you that my extents absolutely not just in 2 years. My military experience, Navy for 3 years, and learned how to manage my bipolar better. So this is the first time that we're getting an actual mental health diagnosis. He does appear to have mental health issues and in the vein of like bipolar, although from what we've seen, maybe something else going on too. See ya, LV. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you. I prioritize self-care and now understand myself more than I ever have. The shadow work I've done over the years was definitely worth it. I'm no longer single. More on that later. Probably the biggest thing. I came out to my family about my bisexuality. Now, this is where I think it's really important. Most of this community, I think, that I built here are somewhere in the LGBTQIA plus somewhere, right? Most of you. If you're a cis heterosexual, you're in the minority. Congratulations. And I think there is culturally, at least in the West, a little bit more of social stigma against bisexual men than there are bisexual women. And I think that's nothing but, I'm just going to say it. I know this is going to make me sound really, I'm just going to say it. It's nothing but the patriarchy, right? I hate to drop that word, but it is, because women being together is part of the male fantasy, men being together, part of the female fantasy, I guess, statistically. But we're not going to make fun of him about this. I really don't care what his sexuality is. I don't care what QLR's sexuality is. It is a non-issue. The point why this is important, women get sexualized, so yeah. Why this is important is because of what comes out in a little bit about his family. So we're going to keep that in mind. And at the moment, he's in a straight presenting relationship with QLR. At Thanksgiving, after 20-ish years of knowing, so he's known for since he was a kid. It was something I had always struggled with growing up, and I was in denial about it for a long time. It didn't help that my parents are conservative Christians. This is why it's important. That look down on homosexuality, or so I thought. No, he's being positive, okay? They took my announcement very well, hugged me, and then told me they still love me and were proud of me for opening up. My mum even said that my boyfriend is welcome to visit at any time. Now, why I think this is being positive and why I think this is important is because it sounds like, since this was in November, he had a boyfriend at this time. Sounds like QLR is the first girlfriend since that boyfriend, right? And sorry, I think my chat has frozen. There we go. And does that perhaps explain why QLR was being plied with gifts? Maybe although the mother is outwardly accepting of her son being bisexual, is she still really thrilled to the ground that the next one was female? A conservative Christian? I'm thinking that might be on the table. So she might be overdoing the, love and acceptance to try and encourage her son more towards a traditional, I'm speculating, by the way, my nuggets. I have no way of knowing this woman's thoughts, but yeah, perhaps she's trying to overdo the acceptance of it to try and encourage her son to be in a hetero seeming relationship. Yeah, she said he's being mocked. Only one creator that I'm aware of. But I agree. I don't think it should be mocked. I think that's appalling. The message that sends is disgusting. Rosie seized on any hint of anti-bi and amplified it. Yeah. Well, she's not going to find that here. We are absolutely not. And anyone that is, sorry, this is not the channel for you. I say live and let live. I don't care who is attracted to who, so long as it's consenting adults and not hurting anyone. Whatever. I really don't care. Yeah, if she is that, breaks your heart for him. Yeah. I just, the word conservative in front of that Christian is what concerns me. I was still very shaky and nervous as hell, but the outcome was way better than I expected. So he thought he was going to be rejected. My boyfriend is amazing, and we both have love for each other very much. Met online by some miracle. Still new to me considering I've been single up to this point. So, what, he finally comes out, and the first relationship he has is a boy or a man, and then he gets with QLR. You can see the picture. This is painting, right? And it gives me some very concerning feelings for this individual. Sorry, I'm just laughing at this. Dead Not Sleeping. Bubs are great. Where are we? And also, he's throwing around the love word quite early seeming in this relationship as well. So again, we're kind of confirming that suspicion that we had of maybe he's very inexperienced and that's why he's all in with QLR. I don't know. There's some puzzle pieces fitting together. I've struggled with low confidence, that's another theory we had, and depression for years. I never thought I'd get to this point. Had myself convinced I wasn't worthy of love or happiness. This is only 4 months ago. Has he turned this around? Do we really think he's turned this around in 4 months? Or is QLR taking advantage of this? Or it paints the picture of a vulnerable, uncertain person who's still trying to figure shit out. And that's okay. I just don't know if being with somebody, a public figure of girl world, is going to be a good move for that. And again, this is the stuff that I'll take back if he is proven to be a feeder. I'm just putting that out there. Found myself in a dark place, felt so lonely and hopeless. The light seemed too far out of reach, but not anymore. I'm so happy and grateful to be where I'm at in life. I don't know how I can be any happier. I used to hate myself in the mirror and neglected self-care, but now I can make eye contact with my reflection, tell myself I look good and actually believe it. Now view my body as a canvas rather than an empty husk, which I used to interact with the world. I feel so renewed and liberated. Just had to share that. Yeah, so she's the most manipulative person you've ever seen online. That's not a good thing for somebody that's writing this. It's just this kind of stuff takes longer than what he's taken. So I give him props for wanting to be there, and I believe he wants to be there, and I think it's great that he's doing that self-development. I just don't think he's necessarily solid enough to handle something like Girl World. So, yeah. So this is interesting, this comment here. Why a girl so pretty? I also have bipolar as a guy. Hypersexuality is a bitch sometimes, but man, does it feel good. Now, I found this particular comment to work against him because he was putting in such emphasis of liking QLR for her personality and things like that. I just felt it was a little bit contradictory, where I feel like he's not telling us the whole story. And to me, this could potentially be a mark against what he's actually trying to achieve with QLR. Yes, Veronica, you're 43. You've been in therapy for 20 years trying to heal from your narcissistic mother. It takes time. And like, if we're talking 20 years, that would put him at the age of 5. You know, it takes a lot of time. Oh, that's okay. Honestly, don't know about this whole thing, so you're a bit quieter. That's absolutely fine. Just glad you're in here. Thank you. Yeah, he does have to know about Girl World. Well, he certainly does now. But perhaps knowing about it and fully understanding what it's going to do are two different things. Long white cloud. Are you a Kiwi? She's manipulative but stupid, which mitigates the damage she can do. Maybe. I might disagree based on my mother. Just saying. What's one thing about your personality you're most proud of? I'm very easy to talk to. Which, given it was an online relationship to begin with, that may have made QLR feel very good. Okay, so this is the one that probably got the most criticism and the most mocking that I saw. And this is a young man trying to work himself out. And you add the conservative Christian family on top of it. This is where... So we're going to have tolerance for this. And we'll just work through it. So this is only in December of last year. So now we're only 3 months out. Am I bi, pan, or both? So now he's acknowledging, okay, well, I'm attracted to both men and women, but is it more? Is there more depth to my sexuality? I'm trying to determine where I fall between bisexuality and pansexuality. See, this is why I say my nuggets. I don't actually think labels matter. Like, who cares? Like who you like, don't like who you don't. It's whatever. If they like you back, good to go. I don't know. I don't feel like adding explicit labels, to this kind of degree necessarily benefits. If you disagree, that's great. That's fine. If you like your label, I just personally, from my perspective, who cares? It doesn't matter. Gender has always been low on my list of priorities. I'm more concerned with masculine and feminine energy and the presentation of it. In addition to personality and physical appearance, the way I understand pan is like a quote flavor or subcategory of bi. So wouldn't both be true of me? Or am I either one or the other? So this to me supports that he's probably thinking just a little bit too much. Yeah, Kiwi here. I knew it. I know things. Labels matter because it's something to work on. Should stop there though. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I still don't label myself. It just is what it is. I've found my person, and that's all that really matters. It's straight presenting, I guess, at the end of the day, but whatever. It can be really scary coming out, especially when we're talking about a conservative Christian family who doesn't observe homosexuality. So I almost wonder if in the parents' mind, like, yeah, he came out as bi to them and had a boyfriend, but now he's with QLR. Are they kind of hoping that it was a phase? Maybe? I opened up to my parents about me being bi after 10 plus years of hiding. They took it surprisingly well. For context, I'm a 25 male, and my parents are hard conservative, devout Christian. Now we have 2 more words added to that, hard and devout. Hard conservative, devout Christian brings a certain image to my mind. I thought for sure they were going to make a big deal out of it. I was prepared to handle any drama, but instead I was met with love and understanding. They both hugged me and told me they were proud of me for telling them after hiding for so long. My mum even said my boyfriend is welcome to visit at any time. Totally not the kind of reaction I was expecting from them. They're pretty passionate in their beliefs, and we've conflicted a lot in the past. Now I'm wondering if there was a reason to hide it all. And I think it's difficult because, assuming as a child he was also going to church with these, quote, hard conservative devout Christian people, he's been getting programming probably against being homosexual in any way, shape, or form. And to undo that kind of trained self-loathing, there's potentially religious trauma there. And it's potentially a very tricky situation. And I can't help but think about that mother being so overboard with QLR. Yep. Same mind, creeds. You're not looking to date, to be clear at all. My labels are only for me. I rarely even share them with people. I still find them helpful. Yeah. That's it. It's between you and your partner. And so long as everybody's adult and consenting, we good. The Muslims in your family are not very gay accepting at all. Either are the strict Christians. No, they're not traditionally. But this is why we don't group people into groups, because, you know, what group perfectly defines you as an individual. And, you know, of course, even within very extremist religious views, there are going to be individuals who are able to see reason. So, yeah, we can't just paint them with the devout Christian stick just because that's what he said. You came out to your mum, a liberal, non-religious, self-proclaimed hippie, at about 19 as bi, and she lost her mind. Well, there you go. See, this is what I'm saying. Can't paint people with the same brush. And told you there was no way you like girls just because she couldn't see it. I am so sorry. That's rough. Hopefully you were able to move past it since then. Labels, I'm talking about like sexuality labels, gay, lesbian, bi, pan, etc. Oh, good. Your parents are homophobic atheists. I'm sorry. Yeah. There are problematic people in every demographic, believe me. In this, he talks about his anger because it does conflict a little bit with other things that he said. Like earlier, he said if somebody's angry, he'll get angry too as an empath. I don't consider myself to be an angry person. You'd have to do something seriously clucked up and personal for me to crack, and you will definitely know when that happens. Otherwise, I'm pretty hesitant to act on my anger for fear that I'll say or do something I regret. I think it sounds like he might be quite conflict avoidant. Oh, Viga. My very Christian Polish grandmother was the most accepting person I ever came out to be honest. Then again, I'm fairly sure she's not straight either, so it helps probably. Oh dear. Okay. What are your favorite ways to self-soothe at home? A warm bath with good music and candles. Also, cuddling with my cats. These are just little things that help form an image of him. Who are you when nobody is looking or judging you? I'm about to relate to this so hard. I know a lot of you are too. I talk to myself out loud like I'm having a conversation with someone. Sometimes it's with my cats and sometimes they meow back. Yes. Having lived I'm not mocking him by laughing, by the way. I'm laughing at myself because I relate. Having lived alone for almost 5 years, I've found ways to keep myself entertained. My chickens talk back, okay? They totally do. Oh yeah, plural cats. I don't know how many cats. That's tough. Your daughter mentioned that she might like girls. You told her to bring home anyone who puts a smile on her face. Oh, if only everyone could have parents like you. Cat discussion king. Yeah, I'm totally okay with this aspect of his personality. How did you realize you were bi? I discovered my bisexuality by accident. I don't know if my experience would be helpful to you though. I don't think sex is always the center point for attraction, and that's okay. So I found this interesting because I'm pretty sure that he may have gotten together with Rosie somewhere around here, or at least soon to be. So I just found that an interesting point to put in there. I find myself leaning more towards Pan because I care more about the quality of character and physical appearance regardless of gender. I think he might be confused about his labels, but that's okay. This is why I say they don't, who cares? If I think you're cute and we vibe, I'm happy. Sex is just a nice bonus. So that is interesting, because do you remember earlier he was talking about hypersexuality, and now he's talking about like it's nice if it happens, but it's not the priority. So I think, and again, this is all just part of sexuality, but we may be looking at a high drive towards men, but not a high drive towards women. And what does that indicate, right? And perhaps, I'm very much speculating, I'm not making comment on his actual state, but there could be a world where he came out as bi because it's softer than coming out as gay, because at least maybe women are on the table. And in that scenario, does that make Rosie a beard? And does she know? I don't know. Just putting that out there. I don't think it ultimately affects any of us, but there might be an additional complexity here. Okay, so this also gives us an indication of how exactly hard, devout Christian they are. What was banned in your house that everyone else's families allowed? Harry Potter has witchcraft. So to me, that is definitely constructing an image of these people as fairly devout. If you're uttering that Harry Potter can't be in the house because it has witchcraft, I mean, never mind all of the other problematic things about it. Anyway, but do you get what I mean? This is really showing what's going on in this family. I'm just reading. Who's vying for my attention in the background? You're hearing Tay-Tay, Freddie, and Axel. Your cousins couldn't watch Rugrats because they were so religious. They're missing out. That show is like iconic in my nostalgia. Yeah. Maybe demisexual. He doesn't recognize why those feels surface. He didn't realize till much older. Yeah, maybe, quite possibly. And he's clearly trying to work something out here, because if he's questioning, well, if bi doesn't really fit me, maybe it's pan, but maybe it's something else. And I do think that for some people, accepting any of the ace kind of way of, subtypes, I think that can actually be harder for some people to accept. So I don't know. Yeah. The mum probably just wants grandkids. Yes, but that's problematic with QLR too. He should tell her he's going to use a surrogate and have bio children. Yeah, maybe that's possible. Hey. Oh, your mum denounced Harry Potter for satanic witchcraft too, but not enough to stop me reading all the books 3 times. I love a bit of defiance. Oh, thank you, Ringcall. If anyone needs help with ace issues, I'm here. I am ace. Please let me know. Anyone who is sitting in the background worrying about being ace as well, there are a lot in my community, a lot of people. Everybody is accepted and respected here, and you don't need to be ashamed of it or hide it in this space, but you do you. Veronica, thank you so much. I appreciate you. My daughter told me she was bi when she was 13 and she's now 25. Wow, she is very self-aware. She had a girlfriend for 4 years and her mum is very religious. When she came out, she kicked her out and I took her in, broke my heart. Oh. That's so sad. I'll let all of you in on a personal story. I had a girlfriend while I was in high school as well, and we were hiding it for the longest time. I didn't hide it from my mother because my mother was in a lesbian relationship, so I assumed it would be accepted. But her parents did not accept it at all. And they actually forced us to break up, and she wasn't allowed to speak to me anymore, as though I was the problem. Meanwhile, cut to how old am I? 25 years later, I'm married to a man and she's a full-blown lesbian. It's ironic the typical things banned by strict Christian parents actually tell stories with great Christian values. I'd advise these parents to research the stories rather than look at face value. Yeah. But I thought that was interesting. We're really getting a picture of the parents, aren't we? And it continues too. Anyone with an Aquarius parent. Oh yeah, my mum will tell you she has empathy, then she'll do or say something with no regard for anyone else but herself, and calling her out on it is pointless because she'll deny it and deflect blame. Oh, so relatable. Even when there's obvious proof against it, I'm pretty sure it's a trauma response. But more positively, she's very creative, loves to decorate and design shirts, loves animals. She can be pretty funny as well, very sarcastic. She's also quite spiritual. Quite spiritual after talking about her being a devout Christian, and gives a lot of meaning to things that matter to her. So he did claw back, I think maybe because of that conflict adverse reaction, and he wants to overlay it with something nice. But the line that is very important here is she will do or say something with no regard for anyone else but herself. And if you remember me saying that I was concerned, oh, sorry, Neo, I missed you. There you go. Another ace here over on Twitch. Yeah, there statistically are a lot of ace people in my community for some reason. I appreciate you. But if you remember that I was talking about maybe the gifting, if I had have been the girlfriend and the mother was doing that, I might have seen it as a little bit much, a little bit overreaching, a little bit too involved. And it may have just come from a really nice place and there's nothing more about it. But if she's trying to run an agenda, he's just gone and confirmed that she will do it without any regard for anybody else. That gives red flags for that mother for me. Oh, see, now all of the aces are coming out. You're ace too. You thought you were ace, but it turns out you're demi. A flavored ace. I love it. I love it so much. And then he goes on to continue as a response. Yes, my mum has no filter whatsoever. She'll tell you that herself. As a Cancer, this bothers me especially. I don't think you need to be a Cancer for that to bother you. Not a fan of double standards. And continuing on, half of my placements are Cancer, Sun, all of that stuff. Okay, cool. Surface level relationships don't satisfy me. I want to talk about feelings and childhood trauma. So you can see how that really would appeal to somebody like QLR. I'm sensitive to mind games and manipulation. This is a trigger for him. Are we concerned about that with QLR? I can spot it from miles away. I believe you think you can. I do. Honesty goes a long way with me. Does that disturb anybody? Like it disturbs me? Hello, Porcelain. You've been spoiled on lives today. I know. Has Charlie finished streaming now? Yeah. Yep. Veronica said it. This is my feeling too. I just, given all of the context that we've had, I worry about this. And yeah. Yeah. Okay, so now we're getting, this is just after Christmas. he responded, I'm a subby boy, 100%. So we did see a little bit of bondage talk earlier. I don't know. I think there's been so much language over just a 6-month, actually not even, like a 4-month period that is so conflicting. He doesn't have this worked out. He is trying to work it out and he gets massive points for that, but he doesn't currently have things worked out. He's like trying a bunch of things on to see what fits. And that's how you do it, right? That's how you get to know who you are. You try things and it either works for you and serves your life or it doesn't, and you keep it or discard it based on those things. But yeah, you see my point? Okay, and this is probably the biggest red flag against him when it comes to the feeder stuff, questioning is he or isn't he? And I just want to break this down. So he said, this is just on December of last Christmas, I'm a chubby chaser, horny teenage brain, thought I was getting off to a fat girl, turns out it was a fat femboy, and the rest is history. So this is only 3 months ago. Now, does that mean he's a feeder? No, it doesn't. Because as I've said, and I just want to keep reiterating this because there is a difference. What that is saying is that he appreciates the physique. It is not actually saying that he will participate in the mental health condition that is causing it. But no, Ruthie. No, I think this was somebody else. You make me giggle though. But when we overlay this comment with QLR, I just, QLR is not somebody I would call chubby. I would call myself chubby, right? QLR is a very different physique. She is an extreme physique. And in fact, I would say she's probably starting to approach the extremity, like the absolute most you could possibly be in physique without it being without it being immediately life-threatening anyway. So this is a strike against him, isn't it? But we don't know which side of the line he's going to sit on. Because the reality is, let's just say he's just somebody that does appreciate, a thick girl or boy. It doesn't mean that he wouldn't get with somebody like QLR and encourage her to lose weight, but maybe not go to stick thin, right? I know it's just, it is concerning, but it may not be damning, is my point. I'm just reading comments. I like to know what you all think about. You wonder if there's something about Girl World that attracts us. You're also not interested in romance, but you have time for internet drama. I'm questioning myself because I got involved with Amber in Girl World as a reaction channel with the Emily-Amber dynamic, and now I'm getting involved with QLR with this dynamic. What is it about this dynamic that I want to talk about? And what does that say about me? Yes. How long until QLR says she was coerced by Remily? That's concerning too, isn't it? And people have been telling me that she has a history of doing that to people. So yeah. I don't know. Do with that what you will. This, I want to be really clear, this is not evidence of being a feeder. Yet. How did you learn to be happy being alone, even if you're lonely? Music and cats got me through the first years of living alone. I was also in therapy, healing from unprocessed trauma and learning how to manage my emotions better, so that helped a little. Although my therapist wasn't there for all the quiet nights I spent crying to myself to sleep. I'm much better now, though. Picked up a few hobbies and interests, started taking care of myself more, and I have some places I can retreat to if the walls of my apartment feel too isolating. Hello, thank you so much for being a clucker for 3 months. It's late. I'm going to start my skincare. If I fall asleep before the live is done, thank you for the delightful company, Vera and chat. Thank you so much, Aloe. I appreciate you. You love the chickens in the background? I love that. Thank you so much. Some people find them annoying. I can't turn them off. It's not a soundtrack. I was in therapy, aka breaking up with a boy while buying plane tickets for Rosie. I deeply question the efficacy of the speed of that therapy. I just don't think that things are as finished as he would perhaps like them to be. I wonder if it is more of a chubby chaser attraction than a feeder. It might be, yeah, and that's kind of what I'm trying to say. Annoying, you like them a lot? I'm so glad. Yeah, anyone that finds my chickens annoying, this is just not the channel for you. I'm so sorry. It is what it is. You either get my chickens or you get my husband typing, and those are the two options and only options for now. Good roosters protecting their ladies. They are. He goes on to say, it's hard to imagine myself living with roommates. I can do what I want and not have anyone judge me for it. Nobody to answer to. Decorate the way I want. Sleep the day off if I want to. Socialize when I want to. So what I wanted to highlight here is there's been a lot of commentary around his bedroom. And while it does look a little odd, it really does, and especially when we're talking about a 25-year-old, I think when we put into context everything that we've read, and he's exploring himself and his likes, and he's trying things where he's not just adhering to rules that he feels like people have put on him, and so he decorates his bedroom like a 14-year-old boy. And you know what? As much as I personally, I don't think I would dig it if I went to stay with a guy like that, like to that extreme. I'm going to celebrate him for being him and decorating it however the clock he wants to. So I'm fine. I'm fine with that. On the other hand, even if it is just an attraction to chubby people, said chubby people might use it as an excuse, yes, to gain and not lose weight. And that's actually, it's a really good point. Thank you so much, Neo. It's something that I raised as a possibility with Emily and Amber as well. It's like, is Emily, although there's a lot more evidence to suggest that Emily is actually a feeder, but like, is it possible that she wasn't actually doing that with Amber and Amber was just using it as an excuse to eat whatever the clock she wanted because it's permission based for the condition that is at hand? And it could be the same thing going on here, which is also problematic because if things go south, QLR might turn around and blame him for this. Yeah, the glow-in-the-dark sheets. I don't know. Like, I don't know. He's quirky. He's a quirky boy. That's okay. Send Mr. Vera in here to tell us his thoughts on Remily. Well, look, what I will say, I absolutely married a nerd. There is absolutely a whole shelf of D&D books sitting behind me with a stormtrooper helmet on top of it. It is in our study, though, not in our bedroom. Would I reject having them in the bedroom? Probably not. Take that for what you will, okay? I'm just going to see, is there... Oh no, there may or may not be 2 samurai swords as well. Yours has a Halo one. Before we heavily downsized, there was also a portal gun, like the actual a full replica. I'll also say I bought him a lot of those D&D books, and the helmet for presents as well. Do you ever think you'll hear the hubby's voice? I don't know, maybe. I don't think he's opposed. He just always wants to be really respectful of my space while I do this and stay quiet. He's very supportive. I think he's normal, 25, just one capturing those thoughts on the internet. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely cringe, but so far none of it is disturbing or too disturbing. Vera, honestly, Clucker, I feel the same way. I love people being unique as long as it comes with a functional person. Who cares what style they have? Yeah. And I've got my own things too. You have a dice collection and have turtles in them? Oh, he has an entire massive dice bag. He has a lot of dice. But yeah. Oh, we have Munchkins. Yes, we have an entire board game covered. Played plenty of D&D and Munchkins. It's where imaginative people live. Yeah, it seems like this could be very complicated. I agree. And this is why I say, I think it's really easy to shrink people down into a two-dimensional space and dehumanize them in that way. Sorry to sound like Amber. I think it's very easy in human nature to do that. So what I aim to do with my channel is to bring the complex individual forward. Whether I support that or not is irrelevant. I just want to pose the layers that are involved because we all have layers. We are all onions, my nuggets. Onion nuggets. We're nearly at the end. Post the one meme that captures you. So I guess somebody asked what star sign he was, and of course he answered. Usually I'm the mediator when it comes to fights. I'm pretty good at keeping a level head. I try to focus on finding common ground and mutual understanding instead of trying to, quote, win over the other person with my argument. The only exception to this is if you hurt me or my family, then all hell breaks loose. I find it interesting that he is so protective of his family when they sound, or at least his mother sounds highly problematic. But clearly he's loyal and values that about himself. You're a Pokemon family, not D&D, and my son actually plays competitively. Oh, that's so cool. My husband and I, when we got married, we went on a cruise for our honeymoon, and as part of the honeymoon, we bought ourselves DSs, which, because I got married ages ago and that's what the current thing was, okay? And he got Soul Silver, I got Heart Gold, and we basically just sat in our balcony cabin playing Pokemon the entire time. Wasn't someone asking for a vegan version of Nugget a few streams back? Onion Nugget might be a winner. Do you know, I was thinking about it. It's actually funny. I've never actually said they were chicken nuggets. And if you think about what I say at the end, I say stay golden, my little nuggets. A gold nugget's not a thing? Could you not be gold nuggets? You have inferred, based on the way I dress, what I meant. And this is actually the last one, I think. Yes, it is. This is a little joke, but it was the first one shown elsewhere. And responding to, I think women are simply beautiful. And he said to somebody, no, you got to find a partner so you can dump all your emotional baggage on them and maybe mistreat them to show how much you love them. And he was joking. He has the little upside down laughing face. So we have a little bit of a sense of humor. I don't think that is anything more serious than what that looks. So what do we think? After reading all of that, everything taken into account, Has anyone shifted their opinion a little bit? And what do we think? What puzzle pieces seem most likely and put together? Because I'll tell you what my instincts are after. I'm really interested to know what you think. Hello, Not Now Sherbet. Lovely to see you too. Thanks for popping in. You're literally playing Pokemon right now. Your opinion still stands? I'm so sorry, Joke. I've forgotten what it was. What was it? It's been like a couple of hours and my memory does not span that long, apparently, in live streams. You missed the beginning part. So, what I did was I put up a poll saying, what do you think this is? Do you think it's he's a feeder and is dangerous? Rosie is a manipulator and is dangerous. They're both toxic together and deserve each other. Or this is true love and there's nothing wrong with it. The whole situation is clustercluck. Agreed. The post about his ex-boyfriend, I cannot verify whether they're true or not. So for now, we're not going to talk on them. At least this was confirmed to have been his Reddit account, so that's why we're talking about it. He should be nervous of her. You've softened towards him tremendously. He's just a cringe kid, it seems. Figured out what he is and likes. Yes, and it does put a different spin on it, though, if we do find out he is a feeder, right? Yeah, this is interesting. He seems very childlike and naive to how real relationships work, but he's still in the wrong for liking her for things around her weight. Yeah, Boot Cat, he has no idea what he's getting into. I think he's got motives we don't see, and I feel a bit of pity for him. Hey, yeah, because things are complicated. Didn't want to make an opinion at first with very little info. Yeah, fair enough. Yes, Heather, I feel that. I mean, he might be a bad person. I just want to have hope. Me eternally. Brain's not done developing yet. Yeah, and when you overlay the trauma on top of that, like, regardless of what the restructuring physically is going on, the trauma alone to process, I don't think he's probably as processed as he would hope he is. She's probably his first real girlfriend. Well, it sounds that way because he said he's been single prior to the boyfriend that he was with when he came out as bi. And that was just a few months ago. And now he's with QLR. So yeah, I think she is his first girlfriend. And I think that mother is really clucking relieved that he's with a girl. Is he jumping from relationship to relationship? It feels like he's a bit lost and needs to find himself, not a relationship. I agree. And yes, it kind of does seem like they were very closely linked, and also love has been bandied about very quickly as well. Yeah, it's another parallel. ALR, Emily jumped from her ex to ALR really quick, even after an unaliving. Yes, I that's what I've heard as well. Mentioned the post made by the ex may be fake because it was riddled with AI. Yeah. I wouldn't put too much stock in it. Not until we know more. Not until it comes from a reliable source. And even then, I probably still won't believe it, to be honest. Rosie thinks we said their relationship was weird because we thought he was 21. No, Rosie, you told us you wouldn't date under 25, and we still said it was weird for a 35 to be dating a 25-year-old. I think it very much does depend. The overall arching state, like if we're taking a very generic 25-year-old and a very generic 34-year-old, I agree. I think it's a bit misaligned, but I do think it really matters who is involved. You wonder what Reddit it was on? Almost feels like a manosphere type environment. No, I blurred them all out. They were like a lot of horoscope things, a lot of self-help things, a lot of living alone kind of subreddits. There was no manosphere stuff. I do want to say that if Rosie and he ended up not being great, that he uses the experience to realize and discover what he wants and needs in a relationship, and understands better how to navigate them. I agree. Rosie is incapable of being a girlfriend. Well, to be a good girlfriend, you need to be selfless and considerate and loving. Yeah, it wouldn't bother me if they were both mature adults, because the age because age gaps are fine in those cases, but he seems young emotionally, and that's alarming. Yeah, and the fact that he's still so in his self-discovery journey, and I just kind of wonder, you know, that shift from hypersexuality to, you know, it's nice if it happens, but it's not the main thing. I almost wonder if she's been picked because perhaps he feels like a woman in that shape is going to be safer and maybe not as driven sexually. And I think there's a lot of endocrine issues that being in that kind of physique can cause, and low drive can be one of them. As someone who hooked up with a 35 plus when I was 24, I was so naive and would have done anything for those emotionally unavailable men. Thank God they didn't want a relationship. Yeah, because that's not what they're looking for in a 24-year-old woman. Yeah. I would never dream of going real life, but I wish Remy could be warned somehow. Maybe he'll watch this stream. Who knows? Because I think out of all of it, this has been fairly kind towards him. So, yeah. So at the end of it all, what I think it's worth giving him some room to prove that he's not in that kind of predilection territory. I think it would be unfair to immediately jump to that, because the food-related stuff that we're seeing could just be Rosie driving it, right? I think that makes sense. She drives it when she's alone too. But we also need to keep a little bit of arm's distance from him, because we acknowledge that some of this doesn't add up. There are some red flags going on here, and it has the potential to be sinister. And I do think that is worth paying attention to. So that's my final take. We are watching, but I feel like we know him a bit better now. And I feel better about that. Feels like he's looking for a trauma bond with mummy issues. I think, yes. She's not going to be the mummy to do it. No. You're praying he's not an Emily. Yeah, I agree. Okay, my nuggets. I still have like 45 minutes that I can give you. So, Lily Moon, thank you so much for the super sticker. That is incredibly generous. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You're amazing too. So yeah, we still have some time. I just need a quick water in, water out break because I am hydrated, Shukin. We can watch some apathetic facts edits. There's been like fat camp or something going on. Where is my... or we could do some barbecue chillin' with Chantel reactions. How about I set up a poll and we can go from there. Can I do a poll on... I'm not sure how to do a poll on Twitch. I'm so sorry. I know a lot of you are in the YouTube. If you want to go over there, and I'll research how to do this. I'm so sorry, I don't have the information. I actually thought that was going to take the entire 3 hours. We did well, my nuggets. And okay. I'm going to, oh, I saw the engagement thing too. Can't believe that was done on, oh, and the father's reaction. Oh, no. Okay, I'm going to start this. I'm just going to go for a very quick break. Get your votes on and tell me what you want. I have returned. Can I just express as well how grateful I am to all of you who have been in here, who are willing to go on this journey of like very gray area, very complicated layers of an individual, because I know how comfortable it is to just lock into something and be sure, you know, like to go, oh no, he's bad, he's a feeder, or no, he's being manipulated. I know how comfortable it is to lock into a side like that, but to sit here and follow this train of thought and be open to all of these options, I'm just so grateful to all of you that you're willing to do that with me. Watch Foodie twerk. No, she does unsafe music, I believe. Hello, Vera Curious. Hi, so glad you're in here. Yes, she used to be able to. She did. She's not looking too good, is she? Oh, it's nice to remember that people are multifaceted. Yeah, it is. Oh, thank you so much, Heather. I really appreciate that. I genuinely enjoyed this nuanced, kind discussion with Vera and everyone. Wishing everyone the best and sweet treat tonight. Ooh. Thank you so much. It's what I always try to do, and some people really push back against it. I totally understand why that's the case, just because it's nice to feel sure on something in this world, but it's unfortunately not how the world works, and to get comfortable with not knowing something is very powerful. Okay, I'm going to close the poll. I think it's pretty clear. We want Amber. Give us Amber. Is there a particular one that you had in mind? Let's see what's on the menu, shall we? Oh, Keem exposes. We don't have a massive amount of time, but Keem exposes Amberlynn Reid. She's not going back. I have not been plugged into the LTU recently. What have we got? Let's say, can we have a 1 for Keem exposes Amberlynn Reid, a 2 for Amberlynn Reid's jealousy is showing, a 3 for Amberlynn Reid's new tea contract drama and Instagram Q&A. 1, 2, or 3, my nuggets, what do you want? Her crushing out is funny. Told her off for being a Karen. That is appropriate. Very appropriate. One, 1 or 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, all right. I think ones have it. All right, let's have a look. I'll speed it up. We may not get through it all, but let's just have some fun. We've done our work today, Nuggets. Now we can just chill. So as always, this is Apathetic Facts, an absolutely amazing channel. Please go give them a follow and a watch if you haven't already. But yeah, it's an absolutely amazing channel. Let's speed it up a scooch, see how we go. Whoops, that's the sleep timer note. And we'll just see how we go. Okay? All right, let's go.
And my foot was just like dangling.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Yo! Hey, lady!
You don't have OCD.
You forgot your spaghetti!
You have OCD.
Thank you so much, Wrinkle. Oh, you're all over it. I don't even need to. You guys are so amazing. Thank you so much to all my mods.
I don't know. I just feel so disconnected. She was like, "You're healthy, but you are obese."
Hello? Is anyone home?
Hey girls, so this was a very, very telling video for me today. Amber's refusal to be a team player, to participate or contribute anything at all to her show, is really pissing people off. And as it goes on, more and more people start calling her out. And we learn a lot more about people's true feelings, and what's been going on behind closed doors.
They bought crayons and markers?
Yeah.
You know?
Crayons.
What the how do you say it?
Crayons.
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 Where the f are you from?
The South.
I'm being one guide.
You're being one guide.
No, I'm not wearing the same thing as last night. Last night I was wearing green because it was St. Patrick's Day.
True.
I've worn this one time, baby girls and baby boys. I was wearing a backwards hat. Like, stop trying to come for me because it ain't gonna work. Go over here.
Yeah.
But anyways, I need to know. Like, I have questions
Yes, ma'am.
and such from peanut galleries that matter.
Okay, what's going on, Amber?
So a lot of girl world.
You're welcome. Is it loud enough compared to my voice? I'm looking at my, decibel meters. Seems okay. Let me know.
I was talking about this in Bus VC. They don't understand the LCU, and a lot of people are like, "Stop asking this." These are questions that people from the LCU genuinely want to know. Girl world.
Can you please give me all of your money?
All of his fucking
Oh,
money?
Yeah.
That
How
looks
much
like,
is that? Like
500.
yeah, it
Okay,
looks like a
thank
lot.
you.
It's a lot of 20s. Yeah, what the Phantom, can I have money? Fuba, can I have money?
no,
I love a
fuck
good
you.
skit. It's so cute.
What skit? This is real money.
Amber, can
That was
I
a
have
skit,
money?
baby girl.
Actually, to that point, the theory is that Amber is bedbound again. She's been in her bedroom. Yeah, she has been in there for a while. What I can say, Amber's in her mid-30s now. Having experience of being in 30s compared to 20s when she was last bedbound, there is a big difference physically. Like the biggest thing that I noticed with being in my 30s was that all of a sudden I needed to actually warm up and warm down, like before and after exercise, or you get injured. It starts to become a real practical thing. Whereas when I was in my 20s and I'm doing martial art, it's like, yeah, let's just start doing kicks above my head. That's absolutely fine. Nothing will happen. But there is a very big difference with how the body handles things, is my point. So even if she's not necessarily, at the 2019 weight, it could be that her body has lower tolerance for what she's requiring of it. And if we look at people like Hungry Fat Chick Candy, she is nowhere near Amber's size, but she is quite substantially older and she really, really struggles with it. And yeah, so maybe You want to call Fat Camp Crayon Camp. How is she just saying it? Crayon. Crayon Camp. Since they all act like toddlers. Yes, the older she gets, the harder it will be to bounce back. Active damage, irreparable damage is being done. And it's not good. Yeah, you still think you can do anything, then after you realize actually you're like 90 and really should be more careful. At the moment, my nuggets, you know that I'm working on our tiny home. I'm doing it so much. I'm doing 3 days a week now. And it's kind of become my gym membership, and I'm getting these heckin' leg muscles because, you know, there's a lot of squatting and up and down involved. But like, I like after it get out of my chair and I'm still in the chair shape and I'm like, oh, it hurts. I should probably stretch after it. I don't. It's really bad.
Can I have money, Amber? Money me, please?
Yeah. I think I have a penny somewhere.
Oh, this is like back in your old days and you were asking for pennies. Hell yeah. I'll ask for a penny. I'll take a penny, Amber.
No, I used to stand outside of 7-Eleven when I was a young girl. My parents didn't have money or food, and I would ask for money, and they would feel bad for me.
Why do you need to know? I don't know what it is about Fupa's face, but it looks so untrustworthy. I get the same sensation. And then I feel really bad for judging somebody, like, based on their face. I don't know what it is either. I have the same reaction. Your needy kitty keeps you active and stretched. That's so sweet. What's stretching? Someone described it as Mar-a-Lago face. What is that in reference to? So bad. You swear you're nice. Me too. Yeah, we're both nice. Super nice. I don't know. You can't help some things, can you? And maybe it's like, it might not be anything to do with her. It might be like an association we've made based on the features or something to somebody that we knew, but oh, it's because she doesn't smile. You can't work out what she's thinking when her face doesn't move. Oh. She does have a little bit of RBF going on. As a fellow diagnosed RBF sufferer, I force smiles a lot. I really do. Because people in my life, if you're looking at me, I'm smiling now too, even though I know you can't see me. It's so ingrained because it's so bad that people legitimately think I'm pissed off all the time, and it does not reflect my inner feelings. Yeah, just had loads of Botox and lip fillers. Oh, okay, maybe that's the problem. I don't know. RBF, yes. You like RBF? I find it a curse. It's really bad. RBF crew. Oh, we all in good company. And we all a bunch of RBF sufferers. RBF sufferers unite, yes.
And give it to me, and then I would go inside the 7-Eleven and I would buy the food.
Is that real?
Yes.
Holy shit.
I
And
can
then me and my
definitely see
brother
her
would
begging
knock.
for food.
I'm an old school STFU. Keem is just using you. You're that dumb. I have no sympathy.
Ooh, Keem is using you. Who's that for, Allison? Is that for which one of us? Because maybe I'll...
Oh, thank you so much, Cleo. Mar-a-Lago face refers to a Botox surgery face. I guess we can also add Ozempic face to her too. I'd be deep in thought and get accused of being upset or angry. Same. And what's worse is when I used to, I was in management, and you know, I do phone call meetings and things like that. And what's worse is not only do I have RBF, but I also pace quite aggressively. When I'm on the phone, I can't help it. It's a great way to get steps in. It really is. But you combine those two things and people would think that I was having these like really awful conversations. Like it's not, it's just me.
3. LOL at Amber being bedbound and jealous as life passes her by. She lives such a sad, insular life that she can't fathom having friends and having fun. Just an embarrassing blob. So sad. Amber, I think you're having fun.
My elbows are darker because I have self tanner on and it clings to like dry areas.
Oh, so the elbows are
Oh,
dry.
that's
did you
why-
guys see the message I sent you guys? Don't say it out loud, but
The one about the end of the month?
No.
yeah.
I saw.
No.
I saw.
That's hilarious. I can smile well, but my natural face looks irritated with people. If you were to ever see me out in public, my face looks like that because I am irritated with people.
What
Okay,
message?
just let you guys
What
know.
message?
It's private.
I'm sure whatever it is, we can work on. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know,
Don't worry, girls. Keem comes in later and he tells everyone what it says, and let's just say, it shows just how scared of him she is, so I don't know what all that cockiness was just about.
so I think Amber Lynn has actually already been here because I found her fucking underwear.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Amber, did you make a secret stop to Fat Camp? Wait, that's like a bed sheet. What is that?
Let me
Mean.
just-
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm actually in a green screen. How'd you know?
Can we
Bro, if I was there, I would put those motherfuckers on,
Josh,
bro.
Josh,
Oh my god, I'm gonna sound so quiet compared to you guys. I mean, it doesn't matter.
That's why you should be at Fat Camp, you dumb
Jesus,
bitch.
don't yell into that. F you. Oh, that goes all the way up.
Oh, I'm for that. Like a little prom dress.
Like a dress.
Who the fuck would fit that? You're at Fat Camp.
A romper moment.
No,
Okay.
that ass, I wish I was there. I want to try it on so bad.
We want to bring you some fun. All right. We obviously have seen Amber's been having a bad time doing the show, getting ridiculed and shit. So we want to make us the target for once, right? Obviously, Amber has put up
For
with so
once.
much. For every $20, you can choose who gets condiments thrown on them.
Fupa, we need to, one of these days before Fat Camp is over, you need to jump in that pool.
Oh, sorry, I've just been distracted by the chat again. As a sign language interpreter, I had to learn to keep it neutral to keep the message being delivered true. Oh, because the face matters too, doesn't it? And like, you really want to learn sign language so much. That's what I saw too. I'm the same. I have been meaning, it's on my like bucket list. Did you know that sign language is different between countries? Like we have in Australia like I've forgotten what it's called, like an Australian standard, there's something. But yeah, I really want to learn it too. Oh no, Atlas. I have failing eyesight, so I always squint my eyes and it looks like I'm angry all the time. Oh, that is unfortunate. Yes, be ever curious. Have you seen the interpreter that did Rap God at an Eminem concert? Nothing short of impressive. Auslan, yeah, thank you. Teachers in the chat, we want to learn. Yeah, I just think it would be so lovely to also be able to communicate to more people, but in all honesty, I still have not gotten off my butt, my chicken butt. Oh, really? There's a separate one for Aboriginal people as well. That doesn't surprise me. It's an entirely different language, I suppose. Here she goes demanding the people who bothered to travel to do things for entertainment. Yeah. Oh, they're blonding, so they are turning a grey milky? Oh, so you're slowly going blind. I'm so sorry, Atlas. You definitely, like, to put it on a light note, do the creepy contact lenses. Just go full tilt with it. But I'm sorry that's the case. I really am.
Pull everything, and I want you to scrub that face. I want like, you're at Fat
I did
Camp
not
for a
scam.
reason.
First of all, it's
This is what makes this so frustrating. She doesn't show up, doesn't participate, and she won't do what's expected, but still tries to control what everyone else is doing. Calling people scammers, questioning them while not holding herself to the same standard. And that's why people get so irritated with her, especially today. Cause this isn't scripted, this is actual, hypocritical in.
It was a scam.
I want to see your fat ass come to Fat Camp and jump in the pool when it's 50 degrees outside.
Yeah,
It-
I'm gonna
it
go
was freezing.
500 hours just to jump in a pool. And
It's
leave.
like 5
Okay.
hours. It's 5 hours.
We'll pick you
It's
up.
actually 8.
We'll send you a charter or Uber X or whatever you need.
Uber XXXX.
Well, it is probably 8 with all of the breaks that Amber would need to take in order to just make it safe for her to go. Yes, God, the zombie lenses, love it. Oh, that's so cool. You come from a deaf family and you're hearing so much love sharing bits about deaf culture. Hopefully, I hope that kind of thing is not stigmatized the way it used to be, because it's, I don't know. Some people drive me out the wall.
You guys, I can
Paul
fit in the
X.
smallest car ever. I literally fit in my mom's car, and it's itty bitty.
Can we see that? Can we prove that kind of thing?
Can we
'Cause
get a
I will Uber you.
circumference?
I will pay for the Uber to have you come out here, and I'll give you what, $500 on top of it, just so you show up
Not my
effective.
$500 though.
At this point, I want
Don't
to see
say
you.
that.
Amber, you don't understand. I will f***ing pay for you to be here. $20 gets you a sauce throw. Choose the host you want. Amber's not included because she's not here, unfortunately. We wish she was. But $20 and we'll get sauce thrown on us. Amber, I know you wanted to accommodate. You said you want to be part of the fun. You said you would do some water on your body as well because you don't have condiments at home. Is that still fair game?
I'm about to get my face wetter than Fupa's, and she jumped in a pool.
Hey, yeah.
Gorals, just guess how long dumping water on her head lasted before she started to complain about that.
Amber, you're literally insufferable, and you know it too. You embarrass yourself daily. Get off the bed or at least stand up for once.
Thank you.
Pathetic.
Thank you for the money.
Thank you for the money. Sorry. I'm having a certain sort of feeling about Amber being at home while everybody else is at fat camp, and you all know my childhood trauma. My amazing mother basically made me scared to do everything all the time, which also resulted in me being afraid to attend things at group events like this that other people would attend, and I was always the girl that was out of it, left out of it, or at home, and I'm not going to say I necessarily feel bad for Amber here, but it's just triggering a little something, and my chickens are just going off, so I'm just going to pause let this play and go check.
Thank you. Oh, that has Amber's name.
Yeah, they said Amber, so.
Do you have water, Amber?
I guess.
Doesn't it-
Do you have water, bitch?
I have alcohol
we
and
have-
condiments.
I
Pre-lit
really.
Well, you do.
Just
but-
a little. Just get a little splash on you. We need to get you a little wet. I know you don't have a Phantom over where you're at.
I don't need a Phantom.
although
I have a Tommy.
I heard Steak was willing to drive out.
And do what?
Well,
Oh.
let's go, Amberlyn Reed. There she is. That's our fucking team player. Let's do it.
Why
Again,
am I always punished?
Because they hate you.
That tastes like chlorine. What is in the sink?
isn't that Fiji water? Didn't you just-
No, I filled it up with sink water. It has worms and everything in it.
There you go.
Yeah,
Give Amber worms.
diarrhea, Ebola.
So, we all know Amber, and she's always had this whole thing about Fiji water. Even when she had nothing, she refused to drink anything else. She says it's contamination OCD, she can't drink from the sink, can't use a Brita, but suddenly, she's filling her Fiji bottles.
It's okay, everybody. Florence laid an egg. Florence's egg song is the same as a warning call, and very helpfully, she has gone and taught all of the other girls to do that. Oh, that hit you hard in your heart. I really got to find some books on dealing with narcissistic mothers. It is a very under-talked about topic. Trauma done by mother is... it's one of the reasons why I started this channel, because I feel like not enough people talk about it. There's not enough awareness. But yeah, I encourage you to. Amber definitely has FOMO for not going. Yeah, and that's it. You know, I would be the same. I'd be so terrified, work myself up so much that so many bad things would happen that I wouldn't go, and then I would have to experience the missing out. It's awful. It feels awful. But again, I don't necessarily want to feel bad for Amber in this situation. I think she shouldn't have gone. I think it would have been bad for her to go, but it's hard. Be like water baby. Also, hello. You had to go no contact with your parents. Yeah, you're in good company here. Chicken see, chicken do. Yes, it's not convenient though when you know that there've been hawks out and you're on high alert for predators, because they let you know when there's something that shouldn't be there. And then Florence is like, "I laid a big egg. Everybody must hear about it." Oh no, is it really? I thought I had enabled that. Oh. Are you on any other platform? Otherwise I'll try and message you, I guess. I'm not sure. If you follow me, I'll try and find you. I don't know why that would be a thing. There's still some stigma about trauma caused by toxic mums. I'm glad we're all trying to heal from our experiences. There should not be stigma. There really shouldn't. It's a real thing. It happens, and we have to deal with it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that's a thing. But thank you for trying. I'll try and work it out at my end. Oh, cool. Thank you, Emily. I recommend Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents by Lindsay Gibson. Thank you. If anybody else has any other recommendations of books, I encourage you share them, definitely. If you break down while going through the process, Vera and chat can pull you out of the spiral. We get it. We so do. We really do. And I am speaking as somebody who has actually gone through it all and come out the other side successfully. So I know everything that you're going through and feeling at any given point. It's really hard, but it is worth addressing, and it's good to get out the other side. Yes, you speak openly because you see how it helps others. It really does. And especially, I need to be very careful about what I say and how it's worded because it's a very serious allegation. But I'm sure that you can all read between the lines of what I'm about to say, especially when it comes to mother-daughter sexual mistreatment. That is almost never spoken about and needs to be brought awareness to. It's probably the least represented. Thank you, Wrinkle. I'll have a look after the stream. It's because societally people don't like to believe that mothers can abuse their kids. I've had people who never met my mother defend her to my face, telling them the shit she did. Yes. The worst thing you can say to me is, but she's your mother. Bullshit. At no point has she acted like a mother. She birthed me. That's about the extent of it. And it's awful. People don't understand. I know that women should be the nurturers, but they're just not always, and that's the fact. Yeah, that's never ever spoken of. Those are fighting words. Yes, they are. Yeah, that's why the stigma is there. Many toxic mums can put on a good face too. Yes, and especially in my mother's situation, I sense that we've gone on a side quest. I'm okay with it. In my mother's situation, because there was also that dichotomy of being an overprotective parent, really it presents quite well to the outside world, but you don't know what's going on. And the manipulation, the gaslighting, the mistreatment, everything. Guys, we're not going to get through this video. Yeah, we were never going to. Who are you kidding? Oh, you only get one. I got to tell you, in the emphasis of learning how to reparent, I have gotten to a point where I no longer look for maternal figures in my life, because I've become the mother to myself that I needed. Does that make sense? And so now I have this self-sufficient little package. Although it's not something that anybody should have to do, it's by far the most powerful thing that I've done for myself. Oh, wow. For pause, you went no contact with your mother earlier this year. It's been strained for years, but I was finally done dealing with her narcissism, so you feel this. good for you for making the decision and putting yourself first. That is never an easy decision to make. People do not do this willy-nilly, and I appreciate the strength that must have taken, and the strength that it will continue to, because I know that there's a whole lot of shit that comes after that as well. Oh, you thought we thought my mother was a narc, but after exploring autism myself, I realized my mother, she has ADHD, and so was my maternal grandmother. Yeah, and I suppose with older generations too, there's a certain amount of empathy and patience that we should have, because conditions like that were just, like, you're just told to be normal and just move through it. Hopefully with that recognition, maybe they can start working on themselves. Oh, geez. Also, hello, Amy. My boyfriend had severe trauma from the mistreatment of his mother, physically, emotionally, and mentally. She was honestly a monster. His dad just sat in the chair and ignored it all. It's trauma on both ends. It sounds very similar to my husband. Oh, you went no contact with your dad when he randomly showed up at your house acting out of sorts. I was done dealing with his nonsense at this age. Yeah, and especially when you get to the age that your parents were when they were conducting the mistreatment, you're like, what were you thinking? At this age, you should know better. I know better. You should have known better. When you were assessed, your assessor told you people of your mother's generation have narcissistic traits just because of the times. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of it's fobbing it off a bit though, isn't it? Like, at the end of the day, you still know how to be a good human. I don't know how much tolerance I have for that kind of thing. Like, oh, it's a sign of the times. Yeah, but you were still a shit mother. I don't know. Oh, really? Be like water baby? I don't know how to pronounce that. The Dharmapada? It changed your entire life. No, I have not. Oh dear, Ruthie, you went no contact with your dad when he blamed going to prison on the devil. It's an excuse. You're no contact too? Oh, it's always so sad when there's so many in the chat. I know, this is the community. We all kind of share a lot of similarities in this way. You're no contact too. You're trying to reparent yourself, but it's difficult. It is, and you're not sure where to start. And I definitely feel like I'm constantly looking for maternal figures still. For me, I don't know if this helps, but with the reparenting stuff, I made sure to take the time on, you know, in every moment to say the thing to myself that I would have wanted to hear from my mother. And, you know, just really taking the time to acknowledge my own growth and be that voice that you needed to hear. To me, that's what the bulk of it is. And look, I'm not saying that looking for a maternal figure is a bad thing. I think a lot of people can find a great amount of comfort in that. I just have never found one that works. Because the problem is, I find a lot of women out there tend towards guilt tripping in some way, shape, or form, especially if they're older generation and old enough to be a maternal figure. And as soon as that happens, it's like, I just see right. I don't do well with guilt trips. I reject them completely. So that's why I found I needed to rely on myself. But having said that, I don't doubt that there are good maternal figures out there for people. Oh, that's a good point, Southern Bonita. You didn't want your dad to impact your son. He doesn't need that in his life as well. Yeah. It's not easy. It's not. But if you can be self-sufficient and reparent yourself, it's very beneficial. Oh no, you're in dreading for what comes in the future? Have I missed your comment? I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm trying to catch them all. Screw your dad, he's a knob, but I love my mum to her very bones. I have the inverse of that. I don't need my family. I've chosen my family, which includes my mum, because she's my biggest cheerleader. Oh, that's so nice. I must be okay. I've been adopted by 4 girls so far. I love that. I love that a lot. That's why your child generally knows your in-laws, because they're good grandparents. Oh, that's so sweet. Be like water baby. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's really generous. I appreciate you. Going no contact to me was like being in the belly of the whale. It was a spiritual, emotional, and eventually physical journey, but never going back. I feel that's so hard, and it's not easy. Sorry, it's really not. And sometimes it takes everything you've got, and for a sustained period of time, like, I don't know if you had to deal with things, but my mother turned very stalker, like going through the garbage and things like that. And yeah, but absolutely no going back for me either. Thank you so much. Oh, my nuggets. You're all so good. Supporting each other. Oh, wow. You found your father at 54 go through a DNA test. That's so cool. Was that a good thing? I reconnected with my father at 26. I found the most difficult thing is that a relation, like a blood relation, doesn't innately give you a relationship. And I feel like a lot of people have the expectation of going, oh, but you're father and daughter or whatever, parent and child, so you have a bond. But unfortunately, no. And it's just like 2 adults getting to know each other. And I found that really difficult, but it stabilized. Oh, thank you, Heather. You've created a very lovely community coop with sweet, wonderful chickens. I cannot take all the credit. All of you have built it too, but it is a lovely community. I like that we're able to think critically while also not making it like a hug box kind of situation, but we're supportive and accepting of each other, and that's really, really important. Yes, the hardest thing was when he texted you and signed it Love Dad. I almost shut down because I'd never had a father and don't want one. Oh, I feel that. One of the grossest things, at least that I regard, that my mother ever did was stealing my relationship with my father from me. And it can never be gotten back because that child-parent bond is broken forever. But it can be something else. It can. It's just never going to be the same as what it could have been. It's funny how we all find ways to get through, isn't it? Oh, that rang something in your chest. Oh. Oh no, Creeds. I know, I remember what you've said about your mother. You were in an accident, so neither of them cared what happened. Oh. I'm trying to keep track of everybody's stories. I am failing miserably. I am sorry. I'm doing my best over here. and part of me is like, I'm sad that there's so many of us with so many similar experiences, because I wouldn't wish my experience on my worst enemy. But at the same time, I'm kind of glad that we've all found each other. It is what it is. Story of my life. No point in looking too far backwards. Just be grateful for what's in the future and what is currently. It's a lot to take in, but we can all relate to someone in chat. Yeah, it's true. Overlapping traumas. Such is life, Ned Kelly. Not his last words, though. Shall we look more about the ridiculousness of Amber just for a bit more before I need to finish the chat? Let's just watch this a little bit of a lighter note, and then we can finish up.
With tap water? The same tap water she used to say had worms in it? Yeah, that's a pretty big shift. Especially when they're not getting super chats like they used to. So now you have to ask, what changed?
We also have sauces here if you guys want to see.
This is how my face looks after I eat a grill out.
I think Phantom is the one pouring
God.
sauces on us, so if you want to get the donation to see Fupa get covered in.
Thank you so much, Mel, for becoming a clucker. Welcome to the clucking crew. I appreciate you doing that. Thank you.
So we should
no,
tell
my
them what we
makeup.
have. We have like jalapeno ranch.
Yeah, we can get a couple of them brought over here so we can see what's going on.
Yeah,
Did you get a bib?
That's fine. That's great.
I did.
That's fine.
Banroll for 2 months says, I'm worried about Amber. It appears they give her pills that make you gain weight instead of Wegovy. No, you've been talking about how you've been like
She's
you've lost your
overreacting
appetite,
to
you've been
water.
holding it down, right? Is that right, Amber?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah, you're doing all right. When do you think we'll start seeing results?
Never.
Probably like month 2, because that's when it starts actually working, because the Wegovy pill is different than the injection,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Amber should have to do an exercise for every punishment because it's fat camp and she agreed to exercise on cam when she said she wouldn't be there IRL. That's
True.
Josh _ super chatted $20.
Amber lives such a sad life. No friends. Family hates her. Can't even escape her own apartment. Jesus. Has to watch her online friends have fun without her. She lives a life. There goes the water. Yeah.
You know what she could
That
do?
is so cool.
The next time,
y'all are not. I'm so glad I'm not there.
there's country gravy falling on my fucking.
There's a joke about showering in there somewhere, but we couldn't leave it. I love your sense of humor, pain in the axe. We won't finish this video. Yeah, go show some love to Apathetic Facts and watch the full one here. Thank you so much, Wrinkle. I appreciate you. Spoiler alert. Geez, Southern Bonita. She gained. Did you see that, whoops, sorry, I'm trying to, did you see that Chantel was talking about buying all those soaps because she feels like it encourages her to shower more? And I feel like, I know it'd be really easy to say that, oh, that's just for the camera. I feel like it slipped out. I feel like the intention was not supposed to be said, but what that says about her is massive.
well,
But
for
like,
sure-
you want to lick it off?
No.
no, but I'm sure his fiance wouldn't
Don't
mind.
make those
I do
sounds.
too.
I was there.
I
I
do
probably
too.
would have kissed steak already.
Steak is married.
What do you mean?
What?
You would kiss steak? I thought you were committed to
No.
Oh.
No, I've never said that.
Okay.
Oh,
It
so
never
it's an open relationship. Do you hear that, guys, in the chat?
It's not.
Little Panda.
Super chatted $20. I paid for bus VC and was
I always laugh when they've got the TTS on and it says super shattered, and I giggle every time. Chantel hasn't used the soap, spoiler.
timed out, kicked, deft for no reason. After 2 weeks of this I asked why and they just made a weird joke. Amber is a piece of poop emoji. Don't buy bus VC. I have proof on Gall World subreddit. Getting refund.
Shut your mouth.
Who's deafening people? I haven't been to the BuzzFeed for a minute.
I
since-
haven't
since
either.
back
That was a mod.
Okay.
That was a mod.
What was the
I
reason?
have no say in the game.
Do you recognize their
the
name?
mods are above me.
You recognize their name, Amber?
Yeah, Little Panda. There's a conspiracy that Little Panda.
Chantel just recently super shattered. Oh no, I've got the kinks now. Oh no. Oh no, I'm gonna cough. Oh no, I'll play the video.
Is the one who is like doing all the recordings.
Amber says, once again, people are being banned because they're trying to find the leaker, but every person she kicks is just sitting in the bus VC on mute, which is the very thing that pissed her off in the first place.
But
So
did they
the
have?
mods are trying to figure it out.
But did they have proof?
all.
Because it's not fair to time someone out if there's no proof.
Fuck me. Can someone
I
sauce
have no
Fupa?
say. The mods
No.
always tell me they have more say than me. So I have nothing to do with this at all in the slightest.
Look, I'm definitely glad that I've had a break from the bus VC. That place.
Oh my goodness, Amy, you are far behind. Hey, but that's okay. When you finally get to here, I am reading your message. You agree where he says he's bi. I agree with your theory, Vera. God, please forgive me. But can you imagine Rosie being the next person, female, he brings home to mama? Oh, see you, Boob Cat. Thanks for coming in. Can I fast forward until Keem comes in? Yeah, okay. All right, let's do that because we're not going to finish. Where is Keem? Keem. No. Oh, there? I think. Keem.
Team star.
Scamming team.
Big Murph right there underneath Amberlynn. She wants to come in. She said just for a day, as long as you'll have her. She'll come in, do content for Bus. She'll fly herself out. If we give 60 seconds to get a red dono for Big Murph to come in, are you down for that?
$100? That's what we're doing?
Well, that's
Still
what you did
more?
for
For
Foxy.
Foxy.
Yeah,
Amber,
okay,
you
cool.
fell off, bro. Come on.
What do you think? What do you think would be?
I thought $100 was too cheap, but I didn't want to say anything because I don't want to be an e-beggar.
What do you think? Yeah, chat. Spam the ones if you love
And
Big Murph.
yeah.
No, people like people just to be against me. So right now, Big Murph's love is out of spite. Wait, time out. How does making out not lead to more? Because when I'm making out with my girl, like instantly, like it's going down.
Look, these two are not in high school. They're not in middle school. They're full-grown adults.
If Tech and Fupa have to put food all over themselves, Amber should have to put an entire water bottle on herself whenever she gets voted.
True.
If they have to stream in squalor, so does she.
True.
Facts.
She's just been pouring like
Wasn't the
3
plan.
ounces into water and dumping it on her head.
Okay, yeah.
I'm literally soaking wet right now. That wasn't the
Okay,
plan.
we
Shut
already
the
did
fuck up.
that. We did that the other night. We jumped in the pool. Now we're on to
You know
condiments.
what would be soaking wet? Me. If I was at fat camp, because I would do that shit in a fucking bikini.
Wait, is Big Murph here just to embarrass Amber?
No, she is her own
It's
self in her
always-
own right. She's her own
Can everyone
person.
shut the fuck up for 2 seconds and let me speak? It's always a 3v1, 2v1, 10v1. Like people don't know how to think for themselves, so they go the easy way out. Like it's
Amber,
pathetic.
I need you to lock in right now. I need you to fight this without tears. I need you to fight this with action. Go and get condiments from your fucking fridge and get ready. Bro, you're gonna lose. Amber, you're gonna lose.
Keem, can you please I don't think it's fair that me and Tech we have all these ideas and she shoots us down with everything. She never wants to do anything for the fans.
Yeah.
And I just don't think it's fair.
Response?
Let me speak and no one fucking interrupts. How about that?
Fucking
All right,
fun.
Amber, go ahead, because you didn't get a chance to spit your venom. Go ahead.
Yeah, allegedly Emily is there, and that's why the rumor is that Amber's bedbound again. And by the way, where the cluck is Rachel? She has not posted in like 12 days. And you know what, my nuggets? I kind of miss covering her. I want her to come back. Come back, Rachel. I really thought Rachel would be very active through this period of time, but yeah, she's completely AWOL. Yeah, I saw the Thanksgiving stuff. Oh my god, can you stop, Ruthie, and let me type?
Let me speak right now. First of all, Fupa's scamming the condiments. No one fucking speak.
Oh, she did. We took a break from Rachel, and Rachel took a break from us. Well, that's fair, I suppose. I'm done now. Please come back, Rachel. Yes, I miss you covering Rachel. The next video I do, though, unless something pops up, I'm about to start her historical deep dive. And I've actually been watching all of her, like, her piercing influencer era. And when I do the historical deep dives, usually I like to touch on every video, but all of those videos are very, very similar. So I might need to just do something else. But I'm writing her fairy tale story as well. It's fun. It's very fun.
Or I'll leave. I'm not even joking.
We're letting you
Not
talk.
even joking.
No, we're letting you talk.
Fupa's supposed to shut the fuck up. Fupa's supposed to jump into the pool, right? She doesn't. She tiptoes in, doesn't get anything wet from like waist up. Every day I come on this show and I am a through and through by hosts, by the audience. It is constant. It is my turn to fucking sit back and let y'all do some shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our Locale Live motherfucking Karen, known as ALR.
Yeah, let's go. Fupa, where's the? Give me your head. Give me your head.
Look, Amber, you are
shit.
a pussy for
Did she just leave? She rage quit?
love right now.
Okay,
You
here we
are a pussy for calling you a Karen.
Yeah!
All you do, Amber, is bitch and complain. Have some fucking fun. That's legitimate criticism that Amber is a little pussy ass
that?
complaining Karen bitch. Come on, Amber, we good?
Can I speak real quick?
Of course,
Can I speak?
Amber, you got to stop crashing out, because if I call you a Karen and then you leave, then you back up my point that you're being a Karen, idiot.
Because that is the first time I've ever been called that my whole entire life. First of
Oh, I do not believe that. I do not believe that at all.
all. Secondly, yeah, I fucking complain. Because every day it's let's go against Amber Lynn, and I can only handle so fucking much.
Have you ever heard the term fat angry woman?
So Keem's doing exactly what I predicted he would do. The little Axel, he's ramping up the pressure just a little bit. I wonder how long he feels like he's going to drag this out for. Like, how long can Amber possibly be interesting? Karen Lynn, yes. Amber is a Karen. Rachel would either lose or gain a lot of weight. Oh, to what? Where was Be Ever Curious? I was wondering, what if Amber turns up and takes Amber to... If Emily turns up and takes Amber to fat camp. Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Amber, we want to be on your team. We want to support you to have a fun show.
Like, honestly, I literally am going to go back to my channel and say the LCU.
Amber, the thing is, it writes
And I'm
itself.
going to rip up that contract.
Yeah, right? Atlas. There are YouTube videos and Reddit posts saying she's a Karen from years ago. She's always been a Karen. It's not... That's ridiculous to claim that she's never been called one. Axel and Freddy. Hey, is Kex in here? Hello. Yes, you're late. Very late. Shame. Keem will bounce her once he squeezes the last nickel out of her shit show. Yeah, I agree. I think the game plan for Keem was to get one epic crash out regarding Emily. He didn't get it. Then I think his next plan was to get at a fat camp because that would have created a lot of sensation. He didn't get it. So unless there's something else he's hoping for, I reckon we're going to see a fairly severe ramp up. Now, that's a bad thing for Amber because she's put no effort into her channel. And now that we're seeing Chantel and Rosie get remonetized, and even FFG, which hoping for Salty, hopes and prayers for Salty, she's put no effort into trying to get remonetized as she should have been. She could have been earning money on her own all this time. Sure, not in lives. She'd actually have to put in a little bit of effort for vlogs, but she doesn't want to do that because she's perceiving that she's working really hard, aka 2 hours, 5 days a week, and she feels like she's too tired to do that. Which makes me extremely cranky because then I think about my life schedule and think, you don't even know how good you've got it, madam. Anyway, sorry, that was a bit of a rant, wasn't it? Oh, happy birthday to Kex's husband. I love that. Happy birthday, Mr. Kex. Well said. Why do you need to know? Yes, but effort. For the record, by the way, I do actually believe that she has not applied for remonetization. I really do. Based on the fact now that we've seen loud. Tay is loud. Now that we've seen the other girls actually successfully get remonetized, I do believe that Amber has not actually bothered to reapply. At first, I was not sure if she was hiding that she'd been denied, but yeah, that's my bet. Anyway. I believe Salty was terminated, but so was Chantel after showing... Oh, something minor. Can't say that word. And she got her channel back. Yeah. I'm really hoping... I'm very much hoping that Salty was a result of a little bit of AI moderation gone awry, and I'm hoping that since she is in good company, there are many people that got that kind of treatment that YouTube will go and say, oh, our AI was a little too strong, so let's go back and look at these other things. I'm hoping. I think that's a lot of faith to put into a major corporation, but, you know, I'm an optimistic chicken.
I'm gonna rip it up so good.
That doesn't void the contract.
Amber, you could.
It can void it, baby
You
girl.
could.
No.
Once again, she's threatening to leave, but Keem already knows she's not going anywhere. He literally says it. She's more dedicated to the LCU than her own channel, and all he has to do is be nice, and she tells him everything. He knows all her secrets. He knows everything she does in that Discord. So yeah, he's not worried, because he knows he owns her now.
You could. If you want out of your contract, you call me privately, we'll talk about it, and I'll let you out, right? Here's the thing. You actually f with the LCU. You like this show.
I agree with him. I think Amber likes being on the LCU, even though it's incredibly short-sighted, because when you think about it, the storyline, the content, everything is already assigned to her. So she just needs to turn up and play a role. Whereas when she's doing even lives for her own channel, she needs to actually think of the content. The conversation is completely on her. There's no just sitting there like she is now. And so this is easy. This is the path of least resistance. Even though it has its issues, overall, it is easier. And I think she really likes that. But I think it is a massive mistake that she has decided not to put effort into her channel. Yeah, she wants the LCU, but she doesn't want to work for it and just wants to be adored. Yeah, and get money. Oh, I also think Keem is letting her break NDA over and over again, so she's no leg to stand on when he finally kicks the stool out from under her. Yes, I agree. Amber constantly said she hates working on her channel, being part of the LCU. Yes, means no editing, no planning, no responsibility. Oh, Vera saying this. I said some of it. You had some extra points. Great minds be ever curious. Just saying. Yeah. It's exactly. Yeah, she doesn't have to do anything on the LCU, so she'll be there until the end. But I'm pretty sure that Keem would structure those contracts so that he has the power. I bet she can be fired. Oh, hello, Omen. You wonder if the way out of the contract would require a buyout. I think he's got her pinned. I'd love to see that contract. Like, I would really love to see it. I reckon he's got her pinned. At least, put it this way, at least in a way that wouldn't require her to do effort. I think, because like I say, she could still be vlogging, but she doesn't want to do the effort. She thinks if she tears up, that voids it, of course, because that tactic has worked for her in the past. He's going to profit off her as her long after the last responders come here. It's not a good spot that she's in. I will hear out his rant, though.
Like the LCU, why don't we just win? Like, you're fighting against the thing that makes this thing work.
Because I'm so tired of... Oh my gosh.
She's gonna
You
cry.
are not understanding.
I do understand you.
Nah.
Amber, we look, you know that I'm trying to be a team player, right? We had our
every
beef.
fucking day,
We had our beef, and then before the show, I'm saying, okay, can we do condiments? And you said, no, I don't have condiments available to do this shit. I don't want to mess up my bed. And you said you want to do water. Water's okay, and I was down for it.
I did not say. You mentioned the condiments. I gave you a perfect reason why
And
I
I
can't do it.
I understood.
Like, yeah, I understand.
But the issue, you got upset because someone in the chat called you out for it. I didn't call you out for it. I'm game for you to do water shit. That's fine. Don't ruin your bed or whatever you're sitting on. We want to be on your side, but then you come out and you get mad at the chat. The chat is against you. Here, Keem's not against you. Keem loves you. He's your friend. He wants to help you out.
That's so true.
He even said he's willing to cut up the contract for you.
I love Amber, and fans shit on me all the time. I actually adore you, idiot.
It's the chat that is fucking pushing you. It's the bus VC that pushes you. It makes you more upset.
It works because they know I have BPD, so my fucking emotions are already constant.
Stop using that as a excuse.
Do you know what I got recommended over at the main house?
It's an excuse.
They recommended, Keem,
It's a
what
reason,
if
baby girl.
what if a mod timed Amber out from midnight until 8 a.m. so she's not constantly getting shit from the bus VC, upsetting her, making her want to fucking quit, making her fucking hate
Then
her
I go
job.
at the LCU.
What is
What do you mean?
What is BPD? Does that stand for the big pig dodging? Because I swear to God, we try to involve you in so much shit and make your life great, but the big pig is dodging.
So now they're discussing actually limiting her access because she can't step away on her own. This girl needs to be put on a timeout schedule, which is insane. And Keem's reaction shows just how frustrated he is.
And I mean, this has been.
Jeez. Oh, what did Creed say? Or I've missed it. Yeah. He's so done with her. He's in a win-win situation because, like they've said, if she goes, they're just going to become a reaction channel. He doesn't need her now to actively be on the show because he's caught the attention of all of the reaction channels in Girl World. So Keem set himself up very well. I was just thinking, it's like in Hunger Games, snow lands on top. I have the feeling that Keem always wins at the end of the day. Nothing, Vera, never you mind. I've fully missed it. Oh, join the darks. What are you doing? What are you doing over there? I'm sus. Keemstar, master of disgust. I mean disguise. Yes, I'm not a fan, but I do have some grudging respect for some of the shit he's pulled. Things you can do when you have absolutely no moral guidelines at all. Trying to be kind and not mock his beard. So, when I'm watching things, there's a lot that I don't say that I think because, let's just say we're on the same page, shall we? Remember the person who came out about Amber's dancing background, the one who knew her from the past? They said about how the instructors and teachers would try to get Amber involved, but she'd refuse. I actually don't remember that, but that sounds very plausible. I believe that person. Tried to hide and not stand out. Scruples? Never heard of her. You all make me laugh. Can't read that. I'm so sorry for the high-pitched giggling. I'm gonna put it on the screen, but I'm not reading that. Oh, I cannot. I can't with you all. Shame, Nuggets, shame. I tried to get them to be better people about the beard, but then they wouldn't listen. I have a face ache. Oh my gosh. You're a gay pain in the axe. Merkeem face. Okay, no, we don't make fun of looks here, my nuggets. We get inventive. And boy, are you getting inventive. Oh no. Oh no, be like water, baby. Keem looks like one of your mistreaters, so you can't look at him. I reckon there's probably a lot of people that feel that way. I'm sorry. We are upstanding chuckins, done it. You know me, Vera, I would never take the mickey out of anything or anyone. Ever, for anything, ever, ever. What does it say about me, Wrinkle? That I made you a mod. I'm so sorry about my giggling. I'm hoping it's not annoying anyone. I can hear it. It's annoying me. Oh my gosh. Okay, just a little bit longer. I don't have too much longer to be here, but let's go.
Been going on since Tech got
I'm getting
here.
mad.
Like,
Maybe
and
it's
now
'cause I'm drinking, but I'm getting mad, Amber, because how can I help you? How can anyone here help you when you won't help yourself at all?
Right.
He looks like Timu Blackbeard. Oh, I'm glad you think so, Dead Not Sleeping. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Joy is infectious and fun. I'm glad you think so. Wait, is that how old he is? How old is Keem? Does anybody know? He's 44? Is he really? He's in my age group. Yuck. I don't claim him. Millennials don't claim him.
are you going to respond?
No. Let's continue with the show. I think Fupa needs condiments actually on her fucking clothing and face.
So Tech decides to show Keem the private message Amber sent to just him and Fupa, and Keem lets everyone know just what it says.
I don't know if you saw it yet. I said totally fine. I'll work things out. We'll get it done. I'm here to support Amberlynn Reed.
And
right?
Amber, he just showed me that
At Lee super chatted $19.99.
I'm just gonna say it publicly because it's
Amber
fine.
wants
She didn't
everyone
want to,
cuddle her
so I
and
didn't
be
say
her
it,
yes
but-
man.
That's fine.
She
Amber,
thinks leaving the show is what people are here for, but it's annoying.
Amber,
She
you want a
won't
couple
even
days
stand up
off to
camera,
go on
but
vacation at
expects
the end of the
Fupa
month?
to go
Totally
above and
fine.
beyond.
Totally
Lazy.
fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, I fully supported it. I said we'll run something. Don't worry about it.
Oh, this isn't about the days off. It's the fact she couldn't even ask Keem herself. She needed them in the middle, and that's honestly very telling about their actual relationship, not this fake one they display on screen. Oh, and
That is telling, actually. What Apathetic Facts just said, yes. As a millennial, we do not claim him. No, we don't. How old is his wife? Isn't his wife quite a lot younger? Zennials don't accept him either. No. Okay. How about as humans? We don't claim him.
that's exactly when she said Emily was coming to visit, the end of March, and we know when she's with Emily, she hates to work, even if it's just sitting there for 2 hours per day.
I don't want to be labeled as the guy that's like making your life miserable when I want every viewer to know that I'm willing to work anything out, right? But to work things out, you need to be in a negotiation with two people trying to work things out. It can't be one side.
ALR thought she would
Like
go to a
three.
new page and spin a new narrative about herself.
That's no problem,
ALR
and you
everywhere
shouldn't
you
have
go.
been. You shouldn't have been scared
This
to
proves that
ask
people
me.
don't
You should
dislike
just
you
ask
because
me,
you're fat,
for
because
real.
of your personality.
Yeah, Amber, the entire production here wants you to have fun.
In Amber's defense, and you know how I hate that, but in Amber's defense, Keem, to me, gives off all of the signals of a toxic boss. And I'm not surprised that she would be scared to ask him. I think he would be horrible to work for. Oh, he's not married, but his partner is 21. Oh, that doesn't work for the creepy age. So if he's 44, yes, we're going to do this math because I'm 12. If he's 44, then that would be 22 plus 7. 29 is the youngest he can date without it being creepy. She's not that, is she? Just going to leave that there.
Fun time. Well, I will make shows that run around the idea of you enjoying yourself here on bus. The idea of us getting condiments, totally fine. If you do water, I understand. You have restrictions, I'll work with them. Like today, tell us today, what is the biggest issue you're having and we'll fix it.
It's just like annoying that everything is about me, right? Why can't people just Like, shut up, Keem. Why can't people just like Big Murph for Big Murph? Why is
Wait,
it always let's
Because
this
replace
has nothing to do with Big
Amber
Murph.
with Big Murph?
Listen, there are
Does that make sense?
thousands of people that fucking hate you. There are thousands of people that like you. You have something that I've strived for and I've accomplished on the scale of not thousands like you have, but millions. You want half the audience to love you and half the audience to hate you. And if you have that combination, you have a guaranteed success. But you are too much in too many people hate you mode, right? You got to come closer to the middle. I'm telling you right now, 75.
Oh, he's not wrong though. He's not. I mean, if you're going to take that stance with this is just a numbers game, yeah. I'm such a nice person, and I'm not going to talk about how he's sitting there goofy as Cluck in a shirt the same color as his skin. It is! Keem looks like he's in witness protection. Given how much of a heinous human being Keem is, I'm gonna be okay with this mockery. You know we don't normally do that here. But if anybody is deserving of this, it's that guy. Yeah, I think one of Amber's biggest issues is lack of socialization and her inability to create meaningful bonds with people. This crash course could help her catch up on some missed milestones. I agree with you. I do. This is everything. You would be surprised how much in life is just a practiced skill. And I think a lot of the time we look at people and we make the mistake of thinking, oh, that's just their personality or they're just, a natural at that. And it's not. What you're describing there absolutely is a practice skill and she could learn it. Whether she will or not, well, that's up to her. Alice. Ew, cradle rubber. Hey, there's something to that creepy age. Because, even as, I'm 40, so I'm a little bit younger than Keem, but early or mid 20-year-olds really do feel a lot younger. There is a noticeable, even just cultural difference, really, more than anything. But the way thoughts are constructed, it's different. And I don't think I would have the patience to be in a relationship with somebody that young. No shade to somebody that young, but it's just noticeable. Now Heather has the gigs. Is that sweat or a shadow in his pit? Maybe a shadow. Plot twist, Keem takes off the beard and nose that are attached to the glasses and reveals that he's actually Rachel. And that's where she's been. Have we ever, okay, Nuggets, have we ever seen Keem and Rachel in the same place at the same time? Does anybody have knowledge of this? You have friends in their late 20s, but you'd never date anyone that young? Same. And that's how I know that there's a disconnect there. It just starts to look very young, that's all. And not saying that I'm better because I'm older, it's not that. It's just that there is a very big cultural difference going on. Porcelain, you've never seen them in the same room. That's Rachel. We cracked the Da Vinci Code. Oh, you are all so much fun. So much fun that I never want to end these. And I legitimately always feel a little bit bad when I need to end a stream, but it's like, oh no, I actually need to. Especially on it's for me on Monday night, but probably Sunday for a lot of you, where there's actually something that backs it directly. And I'm like, oh no. 1 + 1, that's Rachel. Well, I mean, in our defense creeds, that is Rachel logic right there. That's proof. That is objective proof right there. They do. They both love money, and they're both in it for the money. This is my first time watching Keem For You, Vera, and two snarky girls. I really do try to avoid it. I really do. We are your life, don't leave us. It's past your bedtime, but you enjoy the laughs. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it has been so much fun. This has been such a fun stream. And I'm really surprised that we got through so much content and through it so well, I think. So it was really, really good. Hopefully Rachel starts streaming again soon, but if not, there's going to be a Rachel video out soon anyway. And they're both obsessed with Amber. Definitely Rachel in a Groucho Marx classes. Oh, I love it. I love it. But thank you so much to everybody who is chatting and lurking, and Replay Nugget. Hello from the future, or to the future. And thank you so much to everybody who gifted so generous into memberships and joined the Clucking crew and super chatted me. I appreciate each and every one of you so, so, so much. Thank you for such a wonderful stream. Everybody contributed equally. But for now, my nuggets, that is all the clucks I have left to give. Stay golden, my little nuggets, and I'll catch you next time.